ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and, of course, everything you need on WisconsinOnDemand.com and the Wisconsin On Demand app. No, it's on the ESPN Wisconsin app. It's the second time I've done that in a week. I was so excited. I'm Jace Wilde.
Green and Gold Today, I heard, is on there.
Yeah,
right?
it is.
Today on there?
It's vintage episodes.
Tuesdays with Aaron.
Jesse Nelson with Rogan. Jesse Nelson is in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios, and the Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher is in his undisclosed location. I was just so excited because we're back up and running. Put the word out, we back up on Facebook.
That is, I think we may have oversold the exciting news, but yes, we are back streaming on Facebook after trying to figure that one out for a little while here.
So who figured it out for you?
I did. I did a little tinkering.
No.
I did a little tinkering, and I got us back up on Facebook today. So that's.
Are we on Instagram then too?
No.
Because isn't that all one company? Isn't that all Zuck?
Meta.
You just can't
your
take
guy
a win. Every time we
like
talk
winning,
about
but I like
accomplishing
winning
something.
big.
Yeah.
I don't want to just bunt. I want to have a home run. So do we have Instagram too? Or
Bunting is part of the game.
Not really.
When you won,
not with today's analytics.
When you won games, how long did you celebrate a win before you were thinking about the next
24
game?
hours.
Okay.
24 hours.
So on to Cincinnati.
Can we take 24 minutes to celebrate it? Like, we're back on
That's
Facebook.
fair.
Can we do that before we start to say, hey, how about we get on Instagram? Like, this was a big accomplishment here this morning.
Jesse, yes. Kudos to you. Congratulations.
Thanks, Tausch.
Before we get started here today, I want someone to tell me why this idea is dumb. Okay? So, back in the old days, we'd start school and it would have to be after Labor Day because of people working in the Dells and the farmers, and there just was there was always reasonings for things.
Sure.
I can't think of a good reason. We're going to keep the school year 9.5 months or whatever it is, which that is open for debate. I'm not going to even get into that today. We'll break that down after we break down tax code and everything else. Why don't we start school unilaterally in the state of Wisconsin? I'm not even thinking about the other states. Y'all do you. I'm a states' right. Okay, you do you. But
I'm a states' rights guy.
If you look at the way the school year's set up, why would we have school after Memorial Day weekend? This should be the start of summer for everybody, including our kids. Start in August, finish now.
Well, wait, now
finish on this Friday and be done with school. Boom. Now. Why am I crazy?
All right. Well, why is this schedule inconveniencing you as it currently exists?
No. It's honest to God, Jason. I mean, with sports, it's not going to inconvenience me a bit. But I'm asking, as we're sitting here today, would it make a ton of sense if you said every kid in the state of Wisconsin, let's start our blank in summer on May 20, whatever. Let's figure out the calendar. Okay, Memorial Day is this weekend. If we got to start August 22nd, so be it. Why not?
Wait, how is that better?
I'm telling you it's better.
It's warmer on August 22nd than it is on May 28th.
Right.
So, if you want to work at the water parks or whatever outside jobs there are in the summer, they're probably still going on August 22nd.
Okay,
and
so
not
you're
on May
telling
25th.
me, just so we're on the same page, you're telling me Labor Day weekend, better weekend. You could still have a long Labor Day weekend as school started. You get that little build-up period. Here, people are checked out, man. Kids are checked out. It's graduation. It's checkout time. It is. So you get the week. You know how in training camp they have 3 days of immersion where you don't have pads on? That could be right before Labor Day weekend. You still give everybody the Friday, and you start back up on Tuesday. You get that immersion period in August, and everybody's out the end of May, and our summer's June, July, and we get back at it in middle August. Tell me why that's crazy.
Why do you want your kids to go back to school in the middle of August?
Why do you want your kids to go to school in the middle of June?
If you had, they don't go.
Jason, why?
Our girls last day
you
of
asked
school,
me a question.
I didn't bring this to the floor.
I did, but you asked me a question that I'm asking you.
You literally said, "Tell me why this is a stupid idea." I asked you a question, and you responded with a question. Had you come to the floor with we should go from the Tuesday after Labor Day to the Friday before Memorial Day, I'd be interested in this conversation. But all you're doing is robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Yeah. And by the way, I'm not saying that I'm 100% right. I want to flush. You know, we play flush it or flesh it.
Been a while since
I want to
we
do
played
that.
So I asked you a follow-up question, and you got, whatever.
Well, Jason, because it is a Peter
Why
and Paul
is it
deal.
better? Why is it better to send your kids back to school in mid-August?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you why.
Well, please, because
Okay?
that's why I asked.
Because I think most of us as parents, now that we've been doing this a while, you realize as summer's going, you get your family vacation, you have your sports, you're busy. It's a run. At some point, it's like, all right, let's get these kids back to school, man. That's about mid-August for us. It's about mid-August. That's why. I can only say it selfishly. All right, Anthony. So, listen, man, I'm going to tell you right now, I love the fact people are coming at me with, I want
Looks
to
like a
understand.
question to me, by the way.
No, and this was the thought that I had. The sports athletes in the spring, especially in Wisconsin, it's wet. I mean, do I think baseball should potentially be moved to the fall? Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch, but I'm not going to, again, there's a lot of topics we could hit. That's not where I'm at today. You can still play sports. I mean, football, high school football starts before school starts. High school baseball could be played.
Not if this is going to be the new schedule.
No, it would still actually be. Your training camp would still start before school would start.
You could move football back a little bit and play the championships in December at Camp Randall since they got that heated field now.
That's true. They could. But with baseball, you got all this stuff. You kind of cram things in. You're playing doubleheaders. You're playing 5 games a week because of rain, everything else. This way, you start your playoffs a little bit later. Kids are going to be willing to play and love it, and it's going to be a smoother scheduling. Plus, you won't have school. You can practice. You can go about your bunt plans and pickoff plays and hitting, all of those things. So I get your point there. I can't remember who just tweeted that up there. But
it was Anthony
yes,
in Cottage Grove.
Anthony, totally understand. I get it. I have always been an advocate in Wisconsin. You take the whole month of January off. Start Christmas break and go January and then shorten your summer. But I get that there's daycare, there's other stuff, and people want 3 months. I just want to have ideas and talk through it. I'm not saying I am right on this. I am just asking a question, and I want to flesh it out. Okay?
You want to have them take the entire month of January off?
When do you want school in session?
Yes, I think instead of taking 3-month breaks, because for everybody, you have the summer slump when it comes to reading. You're out 3 months.
Not if you do
I
the
think there's
book
some
plan
stuff
from Pizza Hut.
that where you could start breaking it up more. And again, I understand that there's other issues in play. I get that. So that's why I want to make sure we're thinking through it. But just from a strict, let's make it make sense deal. All right, boom, take a month, get a break, have a go on a vacation in the middle of winter here.
With
schools,
Lois.
you don't have to heat the. You won't have to heat the school as much. Cut costs on budgets a little bit. It's all just throw it in the pot. And let's see. Is this still the best way to do things? Because I'm just thinking today, boy, it'd be cool if our kids were out of school and we start our summer. That's all I'm thinking. Okay. You think this is really dumb? Because you're not talking? I don't understand. If you had it your way, Jason, I'm kind of surprised you don't homeschool anyways, now that I'm thinking about it. You would never want your kids to leave the house. Am I right?
No, you're not right. So I don't.
You're wrong.
Not going to be one of our best shows ever today either.
That's a good thing we're back on Facebook.
Yeah, things started so promisingly. Yes, I want their summer vacation to be as long as it can be. They are in our house. They have lots of camps. They have lots of fun things they do. I think they need that break. They still read books, which I'm thankful that we don't have to harp on that with them. I am in no way interested in sending them back to school in mid-August. I don't think that is what I'm interested in. I'm curious.
Even if it gets them out mid-May.
So it is.
You're still getting the same chunk of days. So you're not. So I understand the rob Paul to pay Peter. I get all that. But you're robbing one end to the other. And Jesse's point is actually probably the one that is stuck the most. August weather's better than May's. There's no doubt. But then I got one of these deals going. I'm like on my shoulder. I don't know which way I should go on this.
You're the one who told us that the worst season in Wisconsin weather-wise is spring, and now you're giving them time off during the worst weather-wise season of the year.
We have a spring break.
I was at a track meet yesterday. It was spring. Let's be honest. Spring break is in March.
Let's get rid of spring break.
Oh, but we're gonna have January.
No, turn it in
spring break.
Jason, hear me out. Hear me out on this. It should all be dependent on your weather spots. So I would think if you're in Texas, I want summer break. I want to get out of that heat. I want to get up to Michigan and Wisconsin and Minnesota. If I'm in Wisconsin, I want to have a January spring break. I want to go to Florida and Arizona or wherever in January, not March. Right?
Roaming spring break you can place in the in the year depending on the state.
Yes, and it would be more affordable for families, so not everybody is fighting for the 2-week window to get to El Paso, Texas, or wherever you're going. Like all of a sudden, the airline tickets are cheaper. Maybe the spots are cheaper. I think that actually makes so. Of all this, I think I just fleshed out what I'm really looking for.
El Paso.
If you want to keep Memorial Day weekend, and you want to have your kids in school until the middle of June, God bless you. And you want to go up to Labor Day, God bless you.
But our kids aren't in school until the middle of June.
Hold up, and then I'll let you have the floor. I'm going to let you have the floor. Spring. I don't want to switch any of the other calendar. If I'm going to just suck it up. We'll go to middle of June. We'll finish. We'll go past Labor Day, and we'll start up. Okay, I ain't going to fight you. Okay? I want Wisconsin, the state of Wisconsin, every school to say, I am no longer doing spring break the end of March. I'm doing spring break the end of January because I know this. January is a long month. It's cold. I think most of us want to break up our winter, and if the Packers aren't making a run in the playoffs, the winter gets long. I want us to start taking our spring break as Wisconsin families in the end of January, early February. That's what I want to change. I'm not going to change. I'm going to let you guys handle that. This is my new change.
Okay. First of all, you just had holiday break at the end of December into early January. Now we're taking another week. You don't.
Jerry,
that's good. With this discussion, the Facebook folks are wishing the show was still down.
Oh, Jerry,
here's one of the other problems with your Memorial Day plan. This year, Memorial Day is Monday the 26th. In 2021, Memorial Day was May 31st. So that's a 5-day fluctuation with that. Secondly, you keep saying, I want my kids in school till mid-June. The last day of school is June 6th for our girls.
For you? Yeah,
we'll
for
be,
you.
Well, they go to a public school. I'm not here to speak for other schools' calendars, but I think June 6th is a reasonable time for them to get out. They still have a huge chunk of the summer because they go back for, I think, 2 days before Labor Day, and then they have the long Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
And then the school year starts in earnest on Tuesday. Jesse, you can read these text messages. The floor is yours.
There's a lot of them that we've been showing, and from various states around the country. We're a very national
interesting.
show
It's
here.
almost as if maybe I thought some people would be interested in this. Huh.
Interesting. You believe in states' rights, so we're getting all kinds of information from different states.
Yeah, Chris in Nashville, Tennessee. I agree with Tausch, from Wisconsin, and have lived in Texas and Tennessee with friends around the country. Other states end school yesterday, Thursday before Memorial Day, and start in August. Same amount of summer break, just at different times. Is this still about the summer economy and weather? That's what Chris in Nashville asks.
I still don't understand, if we're not changing the number of days, why is this better in Wisconsin? Why?
Why is what better?
Your calendar. Why is it better?
I feel like Memorial Day weekend for all of us. Jesse's going up north. He's barbecuing.
It's the unofficial start of summer.
It's the start of summer, but we're dumping our kids back in school for 2 weeks. That's the only. And again, I am not opposed to saying let's just keep the calendar. And this is where it bothers me, the lack of curiosity sometimes. Like, I want curiosity. I want to flush some stuff out. I don't want it just to be, you're an idiot. Oh, the summer's better than the fall. Yeah. Hey, I get that. Summer weather is, but it also gets hot. So I just want to talk through it and have a discussion instead of I feel like I'm not going to put you in this category, Jason.
It
but I
sounds
feel
like
like sometimes
you are.
it's no, I just said I'm not.
I just don't understand why, if you're going to argue that, you're dumping was the word you used, dumping your kids back into school for 2 weeks in late May, early June, I don't understand why it's better to dump them into school on August 12th.
Nobody said the 12th.
Okay,
Nobody
what
said the
day would
12th.
you like to send them back?
20th. You get like a week before Labor Day. About a week before Labor Day. You know?
Well, how is that any better?
Immersion.
You're going to have syllabus.
Get them immersed.
You're just going to have
Maybe it's, hey, Jesse, this is the point. Maybe it's not.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
Maybe it's not.
You got to get off and running, get
But
into
maybe
a
it
rhythm.
is.
By the time Tuesday after Labor Day, okay, we're in rhythm right away. First, 4 days, get situated, get your seats, get your books, and then second full week is the full week. Here we go. Math 101, let's go. As opposed to if you start before Labor Day, which growing up, that's what we always did up until a certain age. Like I remember elementary school, middle school, we started before Labor Day, and it was really weird having 3 days of school and then having a long weekend for Labor Day. And then it's almost like you had to restart everything on Tuesday after Labor Day, and then it took you a few days to get back in the groove again.
So
almost like you want to have like a little immersion period in August.
All right, so can't we just adopt the college calendar? Right? Like,
what is the college calendar?
Well, we just had did we not just have graduation weekend at the University of Wisconsin?
We did.
Wasn't
Maybe.
it on Mother's Day?
But I think the difference is we've had some text about childcare costs. College kids don't need childcare costs when they're home for the summer.
Good point.
I understand, but if it's our, I don't understand why we're just robbing Peter to pay Paul. If we want to change the schedule and make it more intensive during the window that they're in school, I'm not saying turn elementary school or middle school into college or high school into college, but the University of Wisconsin has graduation on Mother's Day. They go back to school on the Tuesday after Labor Day. So if if you came to the table with this idea of expanding summer vacation, I'm very interested in that. The fact that you're just taking like the little slide rule and you're moving when they're off, I don't think there's a lot of upside for them to get these 2 weeks when it's going to be, it was 41 degrees this morning when I walked the dogs. Like, I don't see the quality of their time off being improved by having more days off in May.
Going to be more people in Denny's Diner than in the wave pool at the Kalahari this weekend.
Yeah, I just feel like we've things have been dictated by certain things for a long time, whether it has been farming, state fairs, the Wisconsin Dells. I understand everybody's got things. I just want to have a conversation. I feel like we did that, and where I've come down on this is this. I am fine with the school calendar as it is. I don't love it, but I'm fine with it. I want to move spring break. I want spring breaks to be moved. I want it to now to be a winter break for Wisconsinites. As the state of Wisconsin, I do believe we want to get out of here when it's January or February. That's where I'm at. And I hope that will be kind of where I think we need to switch things, in my opinion, after this conversation.
All right. Again, we have a holiday break at the end of December. You were also the guy that was saying that you want the entire month of January off a minute ago. This is a lot to try and follow. I don't feel like you fleshed out your idea before bringing it to the floor of the legislature here.
Jason, some of this stuff I need to have. I want people on Twitter and on our Carbless Talk and text line. This is conversations. This is being a part of a community like we are. I want to have bad ideas. I want to have great ideas. Lord knows I got both. And sometimes I want someone to point out, well, why would you want to do this? Oh, well, childcare costs are here. We can't do that. Okay, I like that. Shoot it to me. Give me the goods. That's all I'm asking for. I don't want to be shot down and told, you're an idiot. I don't even mind if you call me an idiot.
No one has told you you're an idiot,
I just don't want the conversation to be like,
is what the reasoning is behind it, and I still don't feel like I've gotten any clarity on why you like this, other than I get sick of my kids by mid-August, and I'd like them to go back to school.
Nobody said they're sick of their kids. I think there is a big drop. I think 3 months at one chunk is a long time, and I think it hurts a lot of things. And I'm guessing if you asked educators, they would say there's a lot of students that really, especially in the early ages, struggle with this. Not everybody has books floating around their house, and not everybody is there's different things that are in play, and I think we can figure some different ways out. That's all. That's all.
We can't ask the educators because they're working today because school didn't end yesterday.
If only we can call them in August. They can tell us what's going on.
We can call on August 20th and ask someone, yeah.
Labor Day weekend. We'll call them right before Labor Day weekend. That's pretty good. Pella Windows and Doors. I'll tell you what, there's no better time to change the school's calendar and have those conversations than right now. And there is no better time to upgrade your windows and doors than right now, because Pella is offering up to 6 years of 0% financing. Set your free in-home consultation. You commit to nothing. They'll listen to your vision, suggest the Pella materials and customizations to make it a reality. Get 0% financing for up to 6 years. Certain restrictions do apply. This deal ends May 31st. Kids will still be in school. So visit PellaWI.com today to learn more.
More next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio. the best source for every piece of NFL news you need to know.
The people there made it a really great trip. The people in Green Bay were really nice, like literally driving ESPN people around themselves.
ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter is on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy every Wednesday morning at 7:30. Sponsored by Island Resort and Casino.
The Pancake Palace in Green Bay was outstanding. So really nice trip.
On 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Highlight your long weekend when the Brewers kick off a 3-game series against the Red Sox on Memorial Day, featuring the best way to start summer, Dollar Hot Dog Day. Keep the summer vibes going into the week as kids and seniors can get 50% off select tickets at the game on Wednesday, May 28th. What's better than a long weekend? Brewers baseball and dollar hot dogs. Find your seats today at brewers.com.
Born in the heart of the earth, natural diamonds rise up like the notes of a song from the throat of Mother Nature.
Rick, that was positively poetic.
Mother Nature sings diamonds.
Sarah, wow, you can sing.
Born in the heart of a plasma chamber, created diamonds fall softly like snowflakes from the heart of a star.
A star that shines like true love.
Natural diamonds are earthborn.
Created diamonds are starborn.
Kessler's has the largest selection of natural diamonds in the state of Wisconsin. All the different sizes, all the fancy shapes.
Give her a fancy diamond.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
Bigger, brighter natural diamonds.
And financing that makes anything possible.
Kessler's is the largest employee-owned jewelry company in America.
Which means we can do anything we want to do.
For you.
Mother Nature sings diamonds.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit Kessler'sDiamonds.com.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor. If it's a celebrate or tailgate, when you're gonna recreate upstate. If it's a holiday, birthday, any date, you can save at Discount Liquor.
Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. It's time to stock up for your Memorial Day weekend celebrations. Whether you need a couple of cases, a cold half barrel, a great bottle of wine, your favorite craft beer, or hard-to-find liquor, you'll find it at Discount Liquor, all at the lowest prices in town. Visit us at 51st in Oklahoma and Milwaukee, and on Barstow in Maine in downtown Waukesha. Voted best liquor store in Milwaukee again. Have a happy and safe Memorial Day weekend from all of us at Discount Liquor.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Check out all of our weekly specials at discountliquorinc.com.
Mark Tauscher here for Kohler Services. Well, if you've been putting off your bath or shower remodel, now's the time to turn to Kohler Services. Family owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer, providing care for life. And this month only, get $1,000 off your Lugstone shower remodel and no interest financing for 12 months. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote, with fast, professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
Brewers fans, this is your chance for you and your crew to cheer on our crew while they're on the road this summer. Visit brewers.com/ExploreMN to enter for your chance to win Game Day Getaway Sweepstakes. Presented by Explore Minnesota. One lucky winner will receive 4 tickets to the games on July 21st and 22nd in Minneapolis, 2 nights of hotel accommodations, and a $1,500 Visa gift card. Don't wait, the sweepstakes ends May 29th. No purchase necessary. See brewers.com/ExploreMN for official rules.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Welcome back to Academics Today. We're your hosts, Professor Mark Tauscher and Teacher's Assistant Jason Wilde. Jesse, before we take calls on this, and my issue with this conversation is that I have still yet to hear from the originator of the idea a clear explanation for why he believes this would be an upgrade, other than it's the official start of summer at Memorial Day, and that he thinks that senioritis is prevalent throughout all kids after they go back after Memorial Day. I'm also still unclear, are we taking all of January off? Are we not?
No,
I just
spring break. January spring break. We now call it winter break.
We already have one.
We already have winter break. It's
but
around the holidays.
I want it to be celebrated the same way spring break is. I want us to go to the Bahamas, and I want us doing that, and we'll be off-peak. We could be the trendsetter, the state of Wisconsin. Let's be trendsetters. Let's start this.
So there was a text that you showed.
Jason, would you rather go in early February to the Bahamas, or would you rather go to San Padre in the first week? I know you want, but your kids, they like going to the. You don't even go with your own kids to Florida.
Yeah, I know.
If you go to San Padre in end of March, early April, or you go in early February, as a Wisconsinite, poll this, Jesse. Would you rather go to San Padre Island on February 1st?
What island is this again? Where are we going?
Whatever the one in Texas. You pick.
Salbando Island.
Okay. You pick a spot that's warm and nice that people. Turks and Caicos, okay? That's where you want to pick. I don't care. Cabo San Lucas, whatever. You pick it. I think most Wisconsinites would say, yeah, I think February 15th. I think that sounds better than
my
April
birthday.
1st.
Thanks. I grew up in England, Mark in Sun Prairie writes.
Well, hello.
Hello, Governor.
Hello, Mark.
Mark must be an older guy because that name is no longer popular, as we've established.
That's true.
Ruth.
That is true.
Next one.
Let me tell you something. Been doing Little League Baseball. I have not heard anybody call a kid Mark in probably 7 years of doing Little League Baseball. So take that for what it's worth.
Are we changing the Little League Baseball schedule based on the school calendar, or will that remain the same?
No, that starts. So we've started already, and I actually have our 100.5. I have a 100.5 ESPN Madison Eleanor softball team. I have some issues that I'll have to discuss. I don't know if we want to do that today or tomorrow or next week.
We can do it tomorrow. You'll be you can come on the Saturday Scramble to discuss that. I grew up in England. Mark in Sun Prairie writes. They run 3 semesters, 6 weeks off for summer, 3 weeks off for Christmas and Easter. Now, this is a concept that
I like that.
To this point, this is what has jumped out of the idea of trimesters and have them go to school the same number of days, but having the breaks spaced the way this would be, I am intrigued by. Now, again, I do think, and we've seen multiple people text in on this, the child care aspect of this. I want to make sure that we are not being insensitive to that just because our kids are school age and we have jobs where we're sitting in our home studios. Like, we have flexibility that other families do not. So,
and by the way, teachers, a lot of teachers need that 12 weeks because they go get another job.
That was the next thing I was going to say. So thank you very much. Yes, they also have off-school year jobs that help augment their income, since we don't pay teachers all that well. So I am intrigued by Mark and Sun Prairie's England experience, Governor.
Jolly good schedule it is.
That I'm very interested about, just in terms of what academic experts would say. Is that better for their learning? You are harping on the summer being a time where they take steps back in terms of their...
Yeah, it's called the summer slide. It's pretty well known in the academic world. Summer slide.
Okay.
That's true.
It's great to have a principal on the panel.
I don't want to... listen, I ain't going to toot my own horn, but does anybody else have a master's degree in anything educational? I don't know.
Seems to
maybe
me
you do, Jason. Maybe I missed
Seems to me you overcame the summer slide to get your master's degree, so good job. Apparently it wasn't detrimental to your academic standing.
Is that when the Brewers couldn't score runs for a week and a half?
That was when they played the Oakland Athletics.
Maybe they should take a few days off, too.
All right. If you came here for Packers conversation, it's not going your way.
Just try again on Tuesday.
Because we've got calls, we've got texts. I want to be clear. I never said this was a bad idea to discuss. My issue is that no, check the tape.
Hey,
you didn't say it was a good idea.
My feelings. Let me feel my feelings. That's how I felt.
I feel like you brought this, and I understand you wanted to flesh it out, flesh it. But I feel like you were kind of all over the map, Doc Brown, with your ideas. There was the entire January off idea for a while. I'm still not clear on when you'd like them to have this weekend off. Like, Memorial Day is bad to go back to school after, but Labor Day is fine to go back to school after. Is it because you've got so much more? Right. I'm actually was actually quoting your thought process.
Oh, I thought you just
I'm
said
glad
that.
you agree with yourself. I wanted to ask you why that's different.
Maybe you should declare what the hell maybe you should declare what you're saying. Because now you're reciting me without quoting me? Like, what the hell are we doing here?
I agree with myself.
It's like a bachelor party. Everyone's got I agree with Tausch shirts. Tausch says I'm Tausch.
All right, here's what we're going to do. We've got a few calls. The clock has already gotten away from me. So we'll get to your calls and your texts. 844-770-3776. 844-770-3776. That is the carbless talk and text line. Less is more. It doesn't matter when your kids are in school. What you want to make sure you're taking advantage of is the Steinhafels' biggest Memorial Day sale ever, and it's happening right now. Save 10% off store-wide, plus get $50 instant cash back for every $499 that you spend. Plus, buy a premium mattress, get a free premium delivery on everything, and take advantage of Steinhafels' 60-month 0% financing. Plus, there's amazing doorbusters. But hurry, the sale ends on Monday, which is Memorial Day. Shop in-store or online at steinhafels.com. All right, we are restructuring the school year on Wilde and Tausch. If you would like to find a way to tie it into Packers training camp or the off-season program so we can pretend we're talking about the Packers, you can do that with your call or your text.
Good luck.
Good luck. Never said by Liam Neeson in Taken. 844-770-3776. 844-770-3776. More next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Hey, Wisconsin, it's your Green Bay football buddy John Kuhn here, reminding you to buckle up for safety whenever you get in your vehicle. Whether you're driving to work, school, shopping, or to catch the big game, remember, click it or ticket. Buckling up saves lives. Every trip, every time. Don't risk it, guys. It's not worth the ticket or the danger. Click it or ticket. Zero in Wisconsin. Together, we can save lives. Brought to you by Wisconsin Department of Transportation.
Your current car, soon to be your old car. A new car? Better start looking. But you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with free credit score and score monitoring on most new consumer checking accounts. Because when you know you need to make a big purchase, knowing your credit score puts you in the driver's seat. You've got this with free credit monitor from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Save big on your landscaping project at Menards. We're your destination for concrete landscaping blocks. Whether you're installing a patio or adding a new retaining wall, we have the largest in-stock selection ready to take home today. Plus, get free estimates fast using our landscape design program in-store or on Menards.com. Save big on landscape blocks when you shop at Menards. And check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Slide into your neighborhood Century Food Store to score the freshest produce, tastiest treats, and everything in between. Now through Wednesday, save on 4.75 to 16-ounce selected varieties Frito-Lay Lay's, Kettle Chips, or Red Gold Pretzels, 2 for $5. 8 to 16-ounce selected varieties Old Dutch Tortilla, Potato, or Kettle Chips, or Salsa, 2 for $5.50. 2.37 to 3.5-ounce selected varieties McCormick Grill Made Spices, 2 for $4. 14-ounce or 6-count selected varieties Häagen-Dazs Ice Cream or Bars, $3.99.
Ooh, pineapple fulfills every need.
While you're shopping, a drive way back, it's a gunner.
There's something goofy going on with the PA.
Need a price check and I'll take me out to the ball game.
See, what is going on?
You're hearing things. We're at Century Foods, and you can't take your mind off winning that ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes.
I'm hoping to throw out the first pitch at a Milwaukee baseball game.
Or attend batting practice.
Or hold the finish line ribbon for the racing sausages.
You don't say.
The ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes at Century Foods. Enter on Century's Facebook or Instagram by July 30th.
Spring is here, and your local IKEA store is rolling the savings outdoors for their annual sidewalk sale. Visit IKEA Schaumburg, Bolingbrook, or Oak Creek from May 9th through the 26th for a wide variety of furniture and home furnishing accessories at big discounts. New products are being added throughout the sale, so stop in often, and don't miss IKEA's Friday Mystery Deals May 16th and 23rd, available in-store to IKEA family members. Not an IKEA family member yet? Sign up for free at IKEA.com/US. Save big at the IKEA annual sidewalk sale, going on now through May 26th.
At Potawatomi, where ways to win are endless, another chance to capture epic cash and prizes comes Friday, June 27th. It's the season finale blockbuster drawings. Watch your entries from Enchanted Spins, Unreal Treasures, and Boundless Bounty come together for drawings where $300,000 in cash and prizes is there for the taking. Be there to win your share. June 27th only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 years old to play.
At the Knickerbocker Hotel, we believe your stay should be as convenient and luxurious as possible. Whether you're planning a small meeting or a special event, our versatile space is perfect for any occasion. Start your day with a delicious meal at the Nick Restaurant and Bar, or unwind at the Nick Salon and Spa. Wanting to stay active? Their 24-hour fitness center is always available. If you need something custom made or alterations made, there's a tailor on site. The Knickerbocker, where every detail is designed with your comfort in mind. For more information and to book your next stay, visit knickerbockerontheLake.com.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Cody in the YouTube comments. This is sports radio, you clowns. I don't think Cody's enjoying our academic discussion.
Just wait till we get to the pirate later.
This show is what happens when you have 3 hours to talk sports and have no clue how to do it.
Wow. I was wondering if we figured this out after 9 years. I guess not.
Is this show a waste of time? I don't think it's a complete waste. But the first hour is completely useless every day. I feel like I'm reading like the mean tweets segment on Kimmel.
That is very insulting to Robert Brooks and Don Makowski.
A useful comment mixed in from Complicated Fella. They tried this in lacrosse for a couple of years, and both parents and teachers shot it down. So they did try it in Wisconsin, which is interesting.
All right.
There are other shows on YouTube talking sports today. if you enjoy sports talk while you're working, this show doesn't love you.
Hey,
dang.
Nice win for the Thunder last night, huh, Tausch?
And then Charles laughing so hard, I think everyone in the gym is wondering what's wrong with me. Great show. So thank you, Charles.
Charles.
Glad we're entertaining you, at least. All right, Jesse, what do we have on the carbless talk and text line lists?
Well,
is more.
You're going to like this one. Someone who offers some insight on the subject. A text,
Thank you.
A text from Up North Joe.
Is he a teacher?
Oh, UNJ.
Mrs. Up North Joe's least favorite time of year as a teacher is after Memorial Day. Student behavior definitely changes. The summer slide is real.
Mm-hmm.
Up North Joe, quoting Mrs. Up North Joe.
I'm not even going to, Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe.
So, again, my question is, what's wrong with after Memorial Day, the school year's over, after Labor Day, the school year begins?
No, why don't we just not have school? Let's just not have any school. Give them 6 months off. You're basically saying just give them more time off, is what you're saying. Yeah,
well,
just give them all the time off.
You don't think if you do the math that your month of January off would not end up in the same number of school days as mine would?
No, you'd flush. You'd move. You'd maneuver. You're still going the same amount of days. You're maneuvering. You're just not getting the big block. You're not getting the big block off.
Okay.
What do they always say about idle? What do they say about idle minds? What do they say about that?
I don't know. Tell us what they say about that.
Isn't it something about idle time gives you the devil's workshop or something like that?
What?
A quote like that? Basically, if your mind ain't working, it ain't going to be good. Now, I'm going to paraphrase whatever that analogy is.
So, first of all,
that's the gist of it.
All right, first of all, I believe it's from the book of Proverbs.
Okay.
Idle hands are the devil's workshop. Is that what you're seeking?
There you go. Yeah, it's something like that. Yep.
So if they have stuff going on all summer, though, then their hands and their minds aren't idle, right?
Hey, Jason, not everybody has 32 camps and 55 sports that they're in. There's a lot of kids that don't.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my point. Okay?
How much downtime do you guys have in your summer is my
It's
question.
not about what it's not a ton, but it's not about just us. That's my point.
So you came up with this idea not based on your own experience, but because you were looking to improve the school year schedule for everyone.
Like most things, it triggers my mind in a certain way, and then I want to get different opinions so that I can maybe formulate a plan that might be better. I don't know. Maybe that makes me a bad person. That's how I like to do things.
So what is that?
Maybe
what
not.
is that?
I don't know.
What is that?
So unnecessary.
All I know is that school will definitely be out on June 18th when we make our next trip to the Hard Rock Casino, Rockford. Maybe I'll bring the kids.
One of my kids is still going to be in school, which that's a whole nother conversation for another day. But I believe Terry Bradshaw's got a show coming down to Hard Rock Casino, Rockford. I don't know what day it is. It's sometime in June.
Him and Chris Rock
Terry
are doing
Bradshaw.
a show together.
And I don't think his kids are out of school yet, so his kids won't be able to make it. But he will be there, I think, June 29th. We're excited. We're going to be there the 18th. The new Hard Rock Casino Rockford. It features 175,000 square feet of gaming and entertainment space, more than 1,300 slot machines, 50 live table games, a sports book that I believe our producer is in a great spot to get a big old payday with his Pacers thought process, which was really good. And they got a rock shop. Hungry. Oh, we had lunch down there. It's great. If you get down there a little bit later, you get the Council Oak Steaks. And a spot I really want to check out, the UU Noodle Bar. I love a good noodle bar. Head on down to the Hard Rock Casino Rockford. It is a premier entertainment destination just off of I-90 in Rockford, Illinois.
The Terry Bradshaw show is indeed at Hard Rock Casino Rockford on June 29th. Backed by a live band, Bradshaw shares personal stories, songs, and laughs in a one-of-a-kind performance that gives fans an intimate glimpse into his life on and off the field. So that is
fun.
Sunday, June 29th, if that interests you. I will check the schedule for when Kevin Hart is there, because I know he's got a show coming up as
when
well.
is Chris Rock coming? I thought he was coming.
I
too.
don't think that I don't see that on the calendar currently.
Dave Chappelle would be somebody I would be chomping to go see. Like, I hope he gets down to Hard Rock Casino.
Now
Rockford
you're doing the same thing you did when we were there, where you're coming up with acts
I want to see Dave Chappelle live.
that you want to encourage.
But I want to. I'm just telling you, I really want to see Dave Chappelle. I think it'd be a great show.
They have all these great shows that are happening, and you're just talking about hypothetical ones that could happen.
Do you think having a comedian at Summerfest is something? You think they'll do that?
They used to have a comedy stage. I used to love going to that.
Yeah, I bet that.
Great.
I don't know if they still do or not.
I don't think they. I don't think they have a specific stage.
What's the deal with not having a comedy show at Summerfest?
Jeff Ross is playing at the Hard Rock Casino Rockford. He's a comedian.
When is he going to be there?
He's there Saturday, July 12th, while school is still out.
He's the roast master.
I've got Wanda Sykes. She's a comedian. She's also there. The aforementioned Kevin Hart scheduled to appear. We'll run down the calendar of all the great shows coming to Hard Rock Casino Rockford a little bit later in the program. More next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Your state. This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel neglected or unloved? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
Take your game to the next level with Vortex Golf. This employee-owned brand out of Wisconsin brings you premium rangefinders like the Blade, Blade Slope, and the Anarch, packed with features like image stabilization, pin spotter mode, and rock-solid accuracy. Backed by a legendary no-questions-asked VIP lifetime warranty and unmatched customer service, Vortex has you covered. Ready to upgrade your gear? Visit maplehillgolf.com and search Vortex to see the full lineup. Vortex Golf, you can bet on it.
Mark Tauscher here for Kohler Services. Well, if you've been putting off your bath or shower remodel, now's the time to turn to Kohler Services. Family owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer, providing care for life. And this month only, get $1,000 off your Lugstone shower remodel and no interest financing for 12 months. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote, with fast, professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
Hi, it's John Reitz from Great Midwest Bank. Looking to simplify your everyday banking? Our checking and savings accounts offer the tools you need, plus the friendly, simply local service you deserve. Enjoy competitive rates, 24/7 online and mobile banking, and real people ready to help right here in your community. Whether your checking balance is at midnight or stopping by one of our branches at noon, Great Midwest Bank has you covered with a variety of new and improved account options designed for your unique needs. Great Midwest Bank, simply local and member FDIC.
Kevin Morat, Mentality founder here with a wake-up call. You're running on fumes, gentlemen. Just 1/3 of the free testosterone you need. That's why you're drained, defeated, and disgusted with your progress. But here's the truth. Mentality doctors specialize in epic comebacks. Our clients show an increase of 30% testosterone levels within the first month. We don't just treat men, we reignite lives. Just imagine the focus, energy, and drive being restored. Your comeback starts now. Don't wait. Make this your best year yet. Start today at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Steinhaufel's biggest Memorial Day sale ever is happening now. Save 10% off store-wide and get $50 instant cash back for every $499 you spend. Plus, buy a premium mattress and get free premium delivery on everything. And take advantage of Steinhaufel's 60-month 0% financing. Plus, get amazing doorbusters. Steinhaufel's is Wisconsin's furniture and mattress leader. Shop in-store or online at steinhaufels.com.
Tournament host Steve Stricker joins a star-studded group of PGA Tour champions at the American Family Insurance Championship. Catch the action June 6th through the 8th with an exciting team competition and a new tournament home at TPC, Wisconsin. This year's AmFam Champ concert features Megan Maroney with special guest Clint Black on Friday, June 6th at Bree Stevens Field. All proceeds support the Steve Stricker American Family Insurance Foundation and American Family Children's Hospital. Get your tickets today at amfamchampionship.com.
Whether you're a local who wants to enjoy a night out or you're planning to visit Milwaukee, enjoy an artfully stylish experience at St. Kate the Arts Hotel, conveniently located in the heart of downtown Milwaukee's Theater District. With deluxe accommodations, culinary creativity, on-site art galleries, artist in residence, and nightly live music, you'll enjoy every element of your stay at St. Kate. Learn more and book your stay at stkatearts.com.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Before we get to the big unveiling of the ugly shower winners shower that's going to be renovated by Kohler Services, just an update on Kevin Hart's show at the Hard Rock Casino Rockford. It has been rescheduled. It will now be Saturday, July 19th. So I don't know if they moved his date because they've gotten word from Chris Rock that he's available or if there's another reason. But
Kevin Hart's kid's still at school.
He's in one of those states that they start a little earlier.
But they've got a month off in January.
Alaska. I think that's more daylight in July.
Nice. Oh, my God. All right, the time has come, Jesse. The unveiling is here. We have our winner of the Kohler Services Mark Tauscher. Now, is this going to be like the concrete job you did? Are you assisting Doug and his team in the demo or restructuring of the bathroom?
So I don't know where our winner is from, and I don't want to slow down their role. As you know, my kids will be in school through middle of June, and with baseball and our 100.5 ESPN Madison softball team, I can't say for certain that I'm going to get there. I am going to give my best effort. And yes, I know, don't confuse effort with results. I get it. But I am hoping to get them all and just start pounding away at this old crummy bathroom so we can put in the brand new one from Kohler.
All right, Jesse, let's take a look. Let's see it if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. Here is the ugliest shower.
J-Dub. Yeah.
Congratulations to the winner, Stephanie from Salem.
Oh, yeah.
This, as you see on our video stream, is the ugliest shower as determined by the team from Kohler Services, winners of our Kohler Services Ugly Shower contest that took place throughout the month of April. Jason, paint the picture for us.
I am a dazzling detail guy. We've got the very vintage sliding shower door with the wide panel of frosted glass along with some metal framing. We've got the old school tiles in the background. We do have the two bars that you can hold on to if you have a balance issue. Also, a layer that divides the top of the wall, which is painted white, with the bottom of the wall, which appears to have some sort of a wallpaper. It's old school. What color is that tub? Is that like a tan?
That is an ugly, like beige, tan, yellow. Ugh.
It appears there might be a container of McDonald's French fries on the side there. So it is definitely
where are
in
you
need.
seeing the French?
I'm not seeing
where
the
are you
fries.
seeing the French fries?
Well, I'm looking on. Again, I've changed my video setup, so it's a smaller screen for me. Lower right corner of the shower there, it looks like a little container of French fries.
No,
it's a little red container.
I've heard of shower beers. I've never heard of shower French fries.
Well, I'd get a little soggy. I would.
I'm open to trying anything.
So it is. It needs a refresh, and Doug and his team over at Kohler Services are the best in the business, and they're gonna. Are we gonna see an after photo then too? Obviously.
Oh, I hope
Yes.
so. I hope so.
Yes, we will.
Well, tell us more about what Doug and Kohler Services have going on.
All right, if you've been putting off your shower or bath remodel and you want to be able to eat your French fries in the shower in peace, now is the time to turn to Kohler Services. Family-owned. Peace.
Oh,
get your mind out of the gutter, dude.
Some people
Family-owned business for 150 years. Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life, and this month only, you get $1,000 off your Lugstone shower remodel, and you have no interest financing for 12 months. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote. You get that fast, professional installation. That is always included. Again, that is KohlerServicesWI.com.
The 10 o'clock hour of Academia Today starts in 2 minutes. So stick around. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Two Wisconsin icons are teaming up on a reworked classic. Cousin Subs and U-Zingers are proud to introduce the all-new fried bologna sub, featuring U-Zingers fried bologna, bacon, American cheese, onions, pickles, mayo, and mustard on fresh-baked Italian bread. And that's not all. Pair your fried bologna with a creamy cupcake shake topped with whipped cream and rainbow sprinkles. Now that's a better combination. Order both in-store, online, or via the mobile app. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
Truck drivers, are you tired of an outdated truck hurting your paychecks? At Schneider, we add new trucks to our fleet every year to keep drivers moving and racking up the miles. Our easy-to-use technology is designed to keep you safe and comfortable while also boosting your income potential. So, are you ready to get behind the wheel of a more reliable ride? Find jobs near you and apply now at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Bandana? Check. Boots? Check. Gloves? Check. As a motorcycle rider in Wisconsin, you may go to great lengths to protect your image. Just be sure you're protecting yourself, too. Wear a Department of Transportation-approved helmet. Perform safety checks on your motorcycle. Know the traffic laws and don't take risks. Motorists and motorcyclists can work together to achieve zero preventable deaths on Wisconsin roads. Zero in Wisconsin. Together, we can save lives. Learn more at zeroinwisconsin.gov. Wisconsin DOT.
Brewers fans, this is your chance for you and your crew to cheer on our crew while they're on the road this summer. Visit brewers.com/ExploreMN to enter for your chance to win Game Day Getaway Sweepstakes. Presented by Explore Minnesota. One lucky winner will receive 4 tickets to the games on July 21st and 22nd in Minneapolis, 2 nights of hotel accommodations, and a $1,500 Visa gift card. Don't wait, the sweepstakes ends May 29th. No purchase necessary. See brewers.com/ExploreMN for official rules.
This is Brian Balaga. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN.
94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. Have we officially put a bow on the school calendar? Or
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it's bowed up. I think so. We'll keep taking advice as the show goes on, but I don't think things are going to change anytime soon. I am going to, and as we put a bow on it, I'm going to, I think, push for that February spring break. I think that's where my head's going to move to with this discussion. So
February now.
Well, yeah, early February.
Okay.
Early Feb.
Just try to follow along. Jesse, did you read this item that I passed along to you with the Pro Football Focus ranking every starting quarterback?
I did. I found it interesting.
Did you find it interesting because they used the tier concept? Like
that was one of the reasons I found it interesting. Yes, I thought it combined two of my favorite things: power rankings and the tier system. So not only did we have tiers, but we also ranked them 1 through 32. It's the perfect article.
And it's not as long as a Barnwell article. Patrick Mahomes would be tier 1 Tyler in this instance. Joining him in the tier 1, which is elite, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, and Josh Allen. Those are the top 4 quarterbacks in the National Football League per Pro Football Focus in tier 1
I'm going to say something crazy.
Elite.
I'm going to say something crazy here. Totally agree with Lamar. Totally agree with Josh. Obviously, Mahomes is right now the best. His resume is as good as anybody's. Joe Burrow is getting a lot of run off of that one win at Arrowhead in the playoffs. You're getting a lot of run. And I am not telling you that Joe Burrow isn't a great quarterback, because I think he is from a passing standpoint, but he's kind of had a pretty good little deal. He's had 2 big-time receivers with him for the vast majority of his career. And what have they gotten to show? Why does he keep getting crowned? Like, his stats were great last year. I'm not arguing that. And if I could, I would take Joe Burrow ahead of Jordan Love. I'm not arguing that either. But I'm just saying we're kind of crowning him in ways nobody else gets crowned. Does that make sense?
Yeah, although wasn't his defense like the worst in the league last year?
Bengals defense hasn't been great. The offensive line has had some issues.
He's
there.
been injured. Guys,
but
all that said,
okay,
their team has made the playoffs. How many times have they made the playoffs with Joe Burrow as their starting quarterback?
All right, couple things. First of all, you always say that he's been injured. He has 5 career NFL seasons: 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. He played 10 games as a rookie, and he played 10 games in 2023. Otherwise, 16 starts in 21, 16 starts in 22, started all 17 games last year. The Bengals' record in games in which he started is 38-30-1. If we throw out his rookie year when they were 2-7-1, his record is 36-20-23 as a starting quarterback. Last year, he threw for a league high 4,918 yards. He threw 43 touchdowns against only 9 interceptions.
Jason, I'm not arguing that he's not a really good quarterback, and he is one of the top guys. I don't think you put him in the same breath right now as those 3. Because whether you want to say this or not, you always wordsmith around, well, games that they started at quarterback, their teams are. Quarterbacks are judged off of winning and on play and making playoffs and winning. That's where your legacy is set.
So they did not make the playoffs his rookie year. They made the playoffs in 2021, when they went all the way to the Super Bowl. And in 2022, when I believe they lost the AFC Championship game. His teams are 5-2. He's won 5 playoff games in his career. They did not make the playoffs in 23 when he was injured down the stretch. And they didn't make it last year when they started poorly, and then they won, 5 in a row to end the season, and they wound up 9-8. So, yeah, they've only made the playoffs 2 of his 5 seasons as a starter. I would say if we want to criticize him last year, the fact that they didn't make the playoffs, fair criticism, although, again, how much of that is their defense?
Yeah, Jason, this isn't
He got hurt in one year. He was a rookie in the other.
Hey, just so we're all on the same page, I'm not criticizing Joe Burrow for being, in my opinion, a tier below those other 3 guys. Those other 3 guys are MVPs, and I'm talking, Patrick Mahomes' case, all-timer.
And
he
I'm not
is
saying that's not a
fourth in my
valid
power
opinion.
rankings.
Yeah.
He's 4th in my power rankings. He is a tier below those 3 guys because he's not doing what those guys do. That's all.
Right, but are you playing a little bit of the quarterback wins game then? If you're saying he's not doing what those guys do, he took a team to a Super Bowl. Their defense was terrible last year.
Jason, I don't go along with your theory on it because I laugh at you guys that don't. Trey Wingo and you who do tongue twisters to say you're not saying something, but you're actually doing it. You write articles, it's not win-loss record, but Aaron Rodgers' football teams are this, win this, and the bottom line is, and it ain't fair. I'm not saying this is fair, but the reality is quarterbacks are judged by how many wins and losses their team has. What are you asked to do? And I would say Joe Burrow has probably had the best setup offensively. You could say, well, his O-line stinks. Okay. But skill-wise, nobody's had better skill guys than Joe Burrow throughout his career. Joe Burrow is probably the 4th best quarterback in the entire NFL. All of those things can be true, and you can still say he is not in the category of those other 3 guys.
Do you think that last year that the Vikings had better skill guys than he did?
I don't take the O-line out.
Who's
Jason,
their great
Jamar
tight end?
Jamar Chase is right there with Justin Jefferson. And T. Higgins is more accomplished than old boy is.
Than Jordan Addison.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Their running backs are...
Hawkinson wasn't even playing most of the season last year. He was out. I don't even know who their tight end is, but I'm guessing their tight end doesn't stink either.
Mike
Gesicki? Yeah, Penn State guy. Yeah.
He caught 65 passes for 665 yards and 2 touchdowns last year. Who's their running back
blazing
now?
on Tucker Kraft. I think that's better than what Tucker did last year.
Okay. Who's their running back?
Chase Brown got a lot of the reps last year for the Bengals.
Chase Brown was, and by the way, he had Joe Mixon, who's one of the best running backs in the game for the first part of his career. So, again, not diminishing Joe Burrow, just saying don't crown him in that same category as those 3. He is in that next level of where he's at.
I don't have a problem with your opinion. It just feels like he's in like tier 1.5 because tier 2 is high-end starters. Okay? And if Joe Burrow is 4, that means you have him ahead of Jalen Hurts at 5, Jaden Daniels 6.
Yes, I do.
Matthew Stafford 7.
Yes.
And Justin Herbert 8.
All right, Justin Herbert. So Justin Herbert is not in this tier. So move him down. Slide him down a tier.
Herbert's got to win something.
Matthew Stafford. What's that?
Herbert's got to win something. We're at the point now, like, he's talented and everything, but they haven't won anything.
Herbert and Jordan Love are in the same category to me. They're the same guys. Like, they both have shown great things. They haven't done it consistently enough to put them in a tier with some of these other guys that have done it on a more consistent basis. Period. Fin. Justin Herbert love is because he looks the part, he's an athlete, there's all of those things. But there is the same way I pull Joe Burrow out of that first tier with those three, Justin Herbert is not in that category with these guys. And by the way, Jaden Daniels, hey, man, great rookie season, but come on now.
That was the one that I was going to take issue with because Jordan Love had a great second half of his rookie
Jaden Daniels right now deserves to be ahead of, I think, both Jordan Love and Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert's teams have been to the playoffs twice in 2022 and 2024. The Chargers are 41-38 in his 79 career starts. All right.
Jordan Love's teams have more playoff wins than Justin Herbert's teams.
Yes, 1-0. Correct. Now, tier 3, and as I think you're starting to notice, we have not mentioned Jordan Love's name yet. Do you have a problem through 8 people with him not being mentioned beyond the fact that you think he and Justin Herbert deserve to be on the same trend line?
I do not have a problem as we sit here. I think the Jaden Daniels and Herbert would be the two that I would have probably the most pushback is not. I would put him with those two guys right now.
All right. So now tier 3A. Solid starters.
3 and 4. Oh. So now it's subsets of a 3.
It's not.
I don't mind it.
I mean, it's not my list.
No, but it's just so we're on the same page, it is a subset of 3.
Yeah, tier A.
You can have a couple of different tier 2 friends, but it's tier 2A and 2B. Yeah.
Tier 3A is solid starters who have flashed high-end play. Tier 3B, solid starters, but they need more help. Okay? Just in case you were wondering. Tier 3A, solid starters who have flashed high-end play. Number 9, Jared Goff.
No.
Number 10, Geno Smith.
No. Jared Goff deserves to be in tier 2. He's done it enough. I am not a Jared Goff fan. I believe Jared Goff needs all of what he's got. If you put him in a bad situation, it ain't going to go well. There's some Josh Allen, you've put him in bad situations. You got rid of all of his wideouts. Josh Allen finds a way. That's why he's tier 1. Jared Goff, if you protect him and you play action pass him and you give him weapons, he's a really good NFL quarterback. You get him, and I will guarantee, training camp and everything else, what Jeff Hafley is going to say is, we got to rattle his cage. You can't let him get to a spot, read, and throw. He's good. Where he's not good, get him off his spot, get his eyes to move, and make his feet move. You do that, you're going to have a good day against him. He threw 5 picks against Houston. He will give you the football, but not if you let him sit in a clean pocket. And their offensive line is good, and their skill guys are good. But Jared Goff deserves, for what he's done, he's a tier 2 guy. He's ahead of Jaden Daniels,
of Justin Herbert,
and he's ahead of Herbert.
Okay. Also in tier 3A, Geno Smith.
No.
And nope. Brock Purdy.
No.
Tier 3B, solid starters, but they need more help. Number 12, Jordan Love.
Okay, and this is not me being a prisoner of the moment. Okay, I just moved old boy to tier 2. Okay, I moved Herbert and
Daniels down.
Jaden Daniels up to tier 3. Jordan Love is in that category. There's none of this, they need help. Hey, guys, most quarterbacks do. Jordan Love, I hope at some point, I do believe Jaden Daniels and Jordan Love can both become guys that can get to tier 1. Geno Smith ain't getting to tier 1. So there is a tier with some upside, and then there's this is who you are. Brock Purdy is going to be a tier. He can get to where Jared Goff is. That is his ceiling. The fun part from the Packer fan standpoint is Jordan Love and Jaden Daniels are both Tier 1 eligible. Those other guys are not Tier 1 eligible. So if you want to tier things, Tier 3 is fine for where they're at right now. I believe their ceilings will get them to Tier 1. I don't believe Brock Purdy and I don't believe Geno Smith are going to ever have the capabilities to be a Tier 1 guy. And by the way, that ain't a bad thing. There's a lot of Tier 2 quarterbacks that are Hall of Famers. A lot.
The one guy that I have in front of me ranked below Jordan Love that I would argue should be ahead of him, as opposed to, I think Brock Purdy and Jordan Love should be on the exact same line. I don't believe Geno Smith should be ahead of Jordan Love. I know he had put up some good numbers in Seattle, but I'm not on board with that. The guy that I think deserves to be ahead of Jordan Love that is ranked behind him here is number 13, Baker Mayfield. I think Baker Mayfield has been better than Jordan Love and deserves to be higher than him. Tell me why I'm wrong.
Baker Mayfield is a Tier 2 guy that will never be – he does not have the ceiling to be a Tier 1 guy. 100% agree. He should be in the Tier 2 category ahead of Jordan Love. Yes.
The other one's in Tier 3B. C.J. Stroud, 14. Kyler Murray, 15. Trevor Lawrence, 16. Dak Prescott, 17. Tua Tagovailoa, 18. There is not a person on that list I would put ahead of Jordan Love there. Not a one. Including C.J. Stroud, who was pretty good as a rookie and was pretty meh last year.
I think you could make an argument. I don't think Jordan Love at this point in his career is top 10, but he's not 12. I think he's right in that 11. I think he's 11. Just going off of the list you had, I think he is knocking at the top 10, but I think you could make an argument. He's not. I agree with your assessment on all of the other things. And in the quarterback world, you do have to project and understand that what they've done in year 1 and 2 is not what they're going to be in year 5 and 6. And as long as you show enough that you can do that, does anybody think Trevor Lawrence is ever going to be a Tier 1 quarterback, even though everybody when he was drafted did? I think Jacksonville, right now, if you said to Jacksonville, Jordan Love for Trevor Lawrence straight up, is Jacksonville taking it? Because I can assure you this, Green Bay is telling them, we good. And if the Cowboys call and say, Dak for Jordan, Packers are going to say, we good. If Stroud calls and says, yo, we want to trade Stroud for, we good. Now, if Washington calls and says Jaden Daniels for Jordan Love, I think Goody'd be like, let me talk to my guys. Baker Mayfield, you're going to still say, we good. So there's only about, I'd say there's right now, when you factor age, because Matthew Stafford, the Rams call and say it, guess what I'm going to say to Les Snead?
We good.
Yeah. So I would argue right now, and this is different because I do think the resume matters. Like, it does matter.
Sure.
But if Detroit calls and says, yo, Goff, he's good, right? He's done a good job against you guys. We'd love to trade Goff for Jordan Love. I can assure you I know what Brian Gutekunst is going to say.
We good. All right, so now I want to.
Does that make now? What would you do if Cincinnati calls?
That was really fun.
If Cincinnati calls, I think I'm going to probably take the trade. I'm going to take Joe Burrow over Jordan.
For as much as you put Burrow, you put him down while you didn't really put him down. You just lowered
I just didn't crown him. It was not a crowning. That's all that was.
We've already had our premature crowning on this program with Jordan Love. Yes. All right, here, do this one. If the Bengals call and say, we'll give you Burrow for Jordan Love straight up, Goody's saying,
I'm kind of interested. I'm intrigued. I don't have know what else
catchy there.
I know. I don't have anything creative there because I'm not. Yeah, sounds good or we good. That might be the. But I do think when you look at this, that to me is the more intriguing way because I do want to. The Baker Mayfields of the world, where I think Tampa would make that trade tomorrow if Goody calls him, he'd be like, "Yeah, we good. Let's trade it." Or what? How did you say it?
Yeah, we good.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. All right, so here's what I want to do next after you tell us about UW Credit Union. The other tier that Pro Football Focus has here is the young players with a wide range of potential outcomes. So I want you to play Goody again. And I'm going to call
We
you.
good sound good? We good sound good?
With all these quarterbacks.
What a great new game.
And you'll have to say either we good or sounds good when I offer them up for Jordan Love. What always sounds good is what UW Credit Union and Bucky have going on.
Oh, and it is for every stage of life. If you're a rookie, you're a young whippersnapping freshman with a little earring that you self-pierced. For every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here for every you. Proudly serving Wisconsin for over 90 years. Look at that beautiful picture of Jason with
I
that
didn't self-pierce.
infected ear. That infected ear that he pierced with a potato. They're going to help you reach your financial goals. And people ask me, "Oh, T, why'd you join UW Credit Union?" To keep your banking local. Yep. Member first service. Yep. Great perks like early payday. I love that. But between us, I just love Bucky. Can't say no to that pretty face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom will make you do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member today. Get your Bucky card like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions to apply. Why did you guys pierce with a potato when you did a homemade?
I don't
what
know.
What was the deal with that?
I went to the mall and got my ear pierced. I did not use a potato, so I don't know the potato corridor ear piercing program of which you speak. What I do know is I have a list of quarterbacks here, and I'm going to call Goody, and Goody's going to say either "we good" or "sounds good." We'll find out which ones are which next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio. All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis. To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today.
Your Pella experience starts with a free in-home consultation.
It was a really comfortable kitchen table chat. We knew Pella was going to get it right the first time, and they designed a project with us. They didn't just replace our windows and doors.
There are so many options that are available, so it was nice to have someone narrow those down, and they made sure that the design was what we wanted.
Don't wait. Get 0% financing for up to 6 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 5/31/2025.
Whether you're a local who wants to enjoy a night out or you're planning to visit Milwaukee, enjoy an artfully stylish experience at St. Kate the Arts Hotel, conveniently located in the heart of downtown Milwaukee's Theater District. With deluxe accommodations, culinary creativity, on-site art galleries, artist in residence, and nightly live music, you'll enjoy every element of your stay at St. Kate. Learn more and book your stay at stkatearts.com.
The Bog in Saukville is Ozaki County's best golf experience. 18 championship holes designed by legendary golfer Arnold Palmer cater to golfers of all skill levels. Settled amongst over 250 acres of beautiful private land, the Bog offers a truly unforgettable golf experience. Play the finest greens of Wisconsin, and after your round, have a signature cocktail while enjoying our Friday fish fry from the clubhouse overlooking the 18th green. It's time to golf, Wisconsin. It's time to enjoy the Bog.
This is Kevin Moret for Mentality. Men, you're being robbed of your potential. Research shows a shocking 1% annual decline in testosterone levels. That's why building muscle feels impossible and your confidence is at an all-time low. But here's the truth. You're not alone in this uphill battle. Mentality's physician-directed, FDA-approved treatment doesn't just level the playing field, it restores your body's powerful balance. Our patients experience a documented 30% increase in their testosterone levels. Stop struggling and turn this around. Defy the odds and reclaim your masculine edge at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
Why is life better with American Family Insurance? Because every policy comes with something very special. A trusted agent who's there to help protect your dreams by finding the right coverage at the right price. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
I still think Yerp or Nerp got a bad rap. I thought it was poorly executed. I thought it had potential. But now we have stumbled onto a new game. Thanks to the Pro Football Focus tiers of NFL quarterbacks. Jordan Love in Tier 3B as a solid starter, but needs more help.
Jason, I just put out on Twitter, before we get to the Yerp, Nerp, whatever other things we were talking about, how many teams would Goody trade? How many other quarterbacks, if you're just going off of boom, 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 where Goody would say, and he's not going to do this because he signed Jordan Love and there's financial, but just off of, I think this guy can lead us to a championship or be better than Jordan Love in the next 5 years. That's because that's how you look at it, right?
All right. First of all,
how many do you think?
I'm not here to correct you.
Okay.
The last tweet that I have from you, at least on its own, is you retweeting our competition on the Packers offensive line show, which is a few days ago. I'll be shocked if Zach Tom isn't the starting right tackle. I believe you may have replied to our post instead of retweeting it, so other people won't see it unless they follow both us and the and you.
So what do I do there? Cut that and then
you've got the blue check, so you could delete it and then retweet the video stream with your comment. But
okay.
But it's a great question because I think what you're getting at here is even some of the guys that are ahead of Jordan Love currently on this list, you're not going to say sounds good if they call, because Matthew Stafford, for example, has only like a year or two left, right? So
maybe
that's not,
that
doesn't appeal. I would argue that even though Patrick Mahomes is not a young man anymore, I think
you're making it.
You're making that trade. And Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, all of the Tier 1 guys. Tier 2, again, just to review for folks, Jalen Hurts, Jaden Daniels, who you didn't say sounds good. You said, let me talk to my guys.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think ultimately your guys would say, yeah, let's make that trade. So it would be a sounds good eventually, but not necessarily. I agree.
It's early in his career.
It is,
it's early
no
in
doubt.
Jordan's career, too.
I don't think you're trading for Jalen. I don't think you'd swap him for Jalen Hurts.
No, you wouldn't. And I know people would think that's crazy, but no, I would not at all.
Yeah, I agree with you. We agree on Matthew Stafford because of his age. Justin Herbert, right now, those two guys are at critical inflection points in their career. If either one of them is going to become a great quarterback and a Super Bowl winning quarterback, they need to start playing like that. Now, Justin Herbert has started for longer than Jordan Love has, so he's had more opportunity, and that hasn't happened yet, but there's the same draft class this stage. Jared Goff, I'm not saying sounds good. Geno Smith, I'm not saying sounds good. Brock Purdy, I'm not saying sounds good, even though they're all ranked ahead of Jordan Love in this ranking as well. So
I think it might be 5. There might be 5 that I would do.
So here is why I wanted to do this, because while Jordan Love has 2 years as a starter, this is where we get into, do you think these dudes have more potential than what Jordan Love has? Because their success or their accomplishments are either non-existent or it's still very early. All right, so we're now into Tier 4, young players with a wide range of potential outcomes. Okay?
Okay.
Time to go sounds good or we good.
All right.
The first call comes from the Denver Broncos, offering up Bo Nix to you, Goody.
Tausch.
Ask, or are you just saying? Are you asking the question? I
Thought
want
I
you to
did.
be.
I'm sorry,
I want you
I
to
thought I
ask
did.
Goody. You just said. No, you said, "Oh, we're gonna." I kind of want to play the game.
Goody.
All right, we good. We good. Bo Nix, listen, man. Bo Nix. First off, he's like 28 years old. He's been in college forever. I might be exaggerating a little bit, but not much.
Not by a lot.
He's
No.
old.
Well, we'll get to a guy who's even older here momentarily.
And by the way, I think Bo Nix was better than I thought he'd be.
Yeah, I agree.
The Denver Broncos, when I go back down to Hard Rock Casino Rockford, that's my sneaky pick.
Ooh.
Denver Broncos.
Well, I hope it's as successful
Denver
for
Broncos
you.
are beating. Denver Broncos, if they're healthy, will beat Green Bay out in Denver this year.
All right, couple more so we can get to Homer. Next one. Hey, Goody. It's Quasey.
Hey.
I didn't realize that you wanted me to actually act to this degree, so I'm sorry. That's on me.
Yes.
I thought giving you the Jason.
Yeah, let's make the show less.
Goody.
Let's make the show less entertaining with just dead air.
Put on
Okay,
that
we can do
Pella
that.
windows and doors attire and put your acting pants on here. Yeah.
Hi, Goody. It's Quasey.
But show up on time this time and don't make us wait. Fair enough.
Like we're making Homer wait. Hey, Goody. It's Quasey. Hey,
man.
I'm glad that trade that we made that allowed you to get Christian Watson hasn't really worked out well for you guys because he's been injured a lot and now he's got that ACL. Hey, we're wondering, J.J. McCarthy for Jordan Love, Goody. What do you think?
Well, first off, I think you should bring Aaron Rodgers in. Well, that's what I think you should do, Quasey. But we good. We real good. You don't know what you got. And you ain't going to know what you had until it's gone. And I think you're going to fall. I think you're going to have a tough year, Quasey. I think you're going to probably have to bring in old boy to kind of help save you.
All right. Hi, hey, Goody. It's your old friend, Elliot Wolf. How you doing, buddy?
Wolfster.
I should have gotten your job instead of you, by the way. My dad's still mad about that. But I got an offer for you. You know, Drake May had a pretty good first season for us as the starter.
He did.
Just wondering, right now, straight up, Drake May for Jordan Love. What do you think?
I'm going to pause.
Oh!
I'm going to think.
Really?
I'm pausing. I'm thinking. I'm going to say we good, but I'm not yelling it. So there's degrees, like old boy just cheered. This isn't a we good. This is more of a yeah, we good.
We good, but I don't feel 100% sure.
I think Patriots. I think the Patriots are going to win 9 or 10 games and potentially make the playoffs this year.
I like that one. Put a little something on that when we go to Hard Rock Casino Rockford. All right, one more.
This is going to be the hard one that I want us to pull.
Wait, you know what?
No pun intended.
I take that back. Two more. Okay.
Oh. Okay.
This one first, because you mentioned old young players. Hey, Goody, it's your old buddy Terry Fontenot down in Atlanta. How you been, man?
Okay. I've been good, brother. Been good.
We've kind of reconsidered where we're going. We really like this Kirk Cousins fella. He's an older fella, but we're going to go with him. We'd like to offer you Michael Penix for Jordan Love. What do you think?
Oh, hey, first off, appreciate the call. Love Atlanta, but, man, we good. That's a triple we good. No,
okay.
Thank you.
That's what I thought. I didn't want to miss that opportunity. All right, one last call for you, Goody. Hey, Goodnator. It's the Pulsinator.
Yeah, man, what's good?
Ryan Poles
I
calling here.
I can't believe you still have a job, you rascal. I don't know how you pulled it off. Kudos to you. Oh, man, I don't know what you're doing. What are you doing with your stadium? You going out to Arlington? You guys are just a hot mess down there, aren't you?
Yeah, we've decided to move to Peoria. We're going to take over Bradley University's arena. Hey, this book thing, Goody, I got to tell you, a lot of people are mad at Caleb, even though he was right. This is where careers go to die. But we're done. We're not doing this. His dad, Carl Halliburton, we don't want him around either. So we'd like to offer you, Goody, Caleb Williams for Jordan Love. What do you say, Goody?
I'm not going to scream. I'm not going to mutantly say. I am just going to say, Holsey, mute, like quietly.
Oh.
Not mutantly, mutely.
Okay.
If you're going to correct me, correct me. I am going to, somewhat between mute and like a abbreviated muteness, say, no, we good. We good. But I'm not yelling it. But we good.
I'm going to be honest. I'm going to mutantly say, sounds good.
All right. You're trading him.
I think Matt LaFleur with Caleb Williams can do what Ben Johnson's going to do with Caleb Williams. I think Caleb Williams is going to be good. I think it's fun. It's over. The ding dong, the wicked witch of going to Chicago for your career to die is going to end with him. He's a quirky cat, but I think it's going to turn out that he's a pretty damn good football player.
So,
and if I'm wrong, that's great news for Packers fans. No doubt about that.
You're going to find out, I think, pretty quickly, because the excuse level for, they didn't have a coordinator that watched film. Their O-line sucked. They don't have this. They don't have that.
Right.
The excuse meter's gone. I know there's going to be a little growing pains just with the new offense and everything, but they spent big on O-linemen. They have the guy. They have the Mike Holmgren back in the 90s. This is Mike Holmgren.
Yes.
Everybody wanted this cat.
Made that same comp. Yep.
Excuses are over. He's either going to be the guy or he's not. And I do think but there's something, and I know you're probably surprised. I would take Drake May over Caleb Williams. And I think I made that abundantly clear in we
you
good,
did.
You good, she good, he good.
You were very clear with that. Yep.
So I am surprised that you would good that, or you sounds good that.
Not
I
loudly,
don't know where Bear
not
fans.
Confidently.
No, I didn't say you screamed it. You didn't rooftop it. But I kind of want to poll this just to get a vibe where we are.
I feel like we need Waddle and Sylvie's help then. Because I noticed this. I was talking about this with KBN yesterday. They had a poll, and something was like 73% in favor of Love. And I'm like, yeah, but Packers fans are voting. So they do have a bias there. So
why don't we put out a dually, ESPN Chicago and ESPN Wisconsin?
All right, I will text those guys. All right, I will text those guys right now. We got to get ready for Uncle Homer.
Chicago, Jason, which way would they vote if it was just their poll?
We'll ask Homer that question when he joins us as well. Next, it's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Baseball is back. Brian Balaga here to bring you a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Surfside Iced Tea and Vodka and Surfside Lemonade and Vodka. A delicious and perfect pairing for a day at the ballpark. Stocked at American Family Field all season long. Surfside is only 100 calories per serving, and the best part, 0 bubbles. Ask for it at your local bar or liquor store. Surfside, an official partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Must be 21 years of age. Please drink responsibly.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
BetterHelp recently surveyed more than 16,000 people and found that while 75% of people believe it is wise to seek support, only 27% of Americans are actually in therapy, and people stay silent to avoid being judged. BetterHelp has more than 10 years of experience matching you with the right therapist. We are all better with help. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout for 10% off your first month of therapy today. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout.
Hey, I'm Mike with Infinity Exteriors. Over 25,000 homes across Wisconsin were hit hard by this most recent storm. And like clockwork, out-of-town roofers are already flooding in and then disappearing the moment the job's done. Choose local. We live here, we work here, and we stand behind every roof we install. Since 1997, Infinity Exteriors has helped more than 30,000 homeowners protect their homes and their peace of mind with no hidden costs, no fine print, and no confusion. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Make plans to stop by Third Ward Beer Garden at Catalano Square. Experience Milwaukee's favorite beer garden, the perfect spot to meet up with friends in the Third Ward. Open Wednesday through Sunday with live music Thursday through Saturday. Good times and great vibes await at Third Ward Beer Garden.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
They say seeing is believing. And when you check out what's waiting for you at American Place Casino, you'll definitely believe you'll love it. From thrilling gaming to top-notch service, we're changing the game. Come play all your favorites like blackjack, craps, roulette, and the latest slots. Catch a game at the sportsbook, enjoy great restaurants, bars, and more. If you're ready for excitement, exceptional service, and an experience you'll never forget, then we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game. Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
Start your summer with a spotless ride at Tsunami Express Car Wash. Hey, it's Brad Nortman from KBN. This Memorial Day, Tsunami Express Car Wash is offering an incredible deal. From May 19th to May 26th, get your first month of any membership plan for just $10. Plus, unlock access to the Member Fast Lane. And of course, use Tsunami Express's free amenities, including vacuums and mat cleaners. This Memorial Day sale is only available May 19th through May 26th. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. Learn more at tsunamiexpress.com/Memorial Day.
Every child deserves a safe, loving, and permanent home. Help the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption find families for children who've lingered in foster care the longest. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Whatever you do, make sure you do it right. Whatever you do, make sure you do it right.
Man, I thought Homer got to be late on his show a lot. This is record-setting. Sorry to keep you waiting, Homer. How are you?
I'm fine, no problem.
So, Brian Gutekunst is sitting by his phone. Ryan Poles of the Chicago Bears calls and says, hey, Goody, I'll give you Caleb Williams for Jordan Love right now, straight up. Would you say, nah, we good, or sure, sounds good to him? That is the poll question that we are going to post and then flip it for our friends Waddle and Sylvie, who I'm texting with right now, so they can use it.
I would keep Jordan Love because I have major concerns about Caleb Williams. So, but I don't know
Tell
that
me
I would.
more.
I just think he was created by an outstanding offensive coach at USC. They had great receivers. When he left early, they put the backup in, and in the bowl game, he threw like six touchdown passes. So,
Matt Flynn.
But I'm not. If someone said they take, I think it's a really close call. So I'm curious to see. But this is not really a ringing endorsement of Jordan Love. It's more of I have significant concerns about the premise that Caleb Williams is a special quarterback. I think
Is Jordan Love a special quarterback?
Well, no. I mean, that's the question there. I think he's good. How good? That's to be determined. That's which one of those will win the trophy eventually. Which one of them becomes better than pretty good? And I'll take my chances slightly on Jordan Love.
Yeah, and so both Waddle and Sylvie have texted me back with their opinions, and they've said I'm keeping Caleb. That's what I mean, is that we obviously are going to have a bias for the quarterback that we, if you're a fan, cheer for. If I
correct. I have no bias. None.
I am intrigued by finding out if Caleb Williams is as special as he was advertised. Like, he was advertised as a can't-miss prospect, and based on the environment he was in last year with Eberflus and Shane Waldron, I can't say for certain that he is not that. But I think your point is a really good one, Homer. I think you could very well be right. And if you're right, there's more misery ahead for the Chicago Bears fan base, just like there was with Mitchell Trubisky.
No, I don't think so. The standard has been so low, I think they'll view it as a move in the right direction. I don't think it's going to be that bad. But, so he doesn't have much to do to beat whatever their records are. I mean, is he going to be better than Jay Cutler? Isn't Cutler the one who holds all the records?
Yeah, they've never had a 4,000-yard passer.
Right. And I think he'll get to 4,000 yards in a year. But that's not that special anymore, is it?
No, 17 games. It's not. You obviously want stats. You want that, but I just said there's no excuses. And who do you think is in a better spot to have that breakout season? You think with Ben Johnson and with the new offensive linemen and with their receiving core, they have guys that are veterans that, they at least have a veteran that has been a very successful receiver in this league. Who's better set up? Green Bay's offensive line, which we thought was pretty good, is in basically flux. Who's better?
Fine. I would give a slight edge to the Packers because it's still the first year for the Bears, but the stuff about the Packer offensive line is just garbage. Packers offensive line is fine, no problem whatsoever, none.
Why are they doing what they're doing then? Hey, why is Goody doing what he's doing then?
What do you mean? He wanted to have a better interior offensive line, so he moved a good guy to center.
And he's got both tackle spots up for grabs. Whoa, hold up.
What do you mean?
You say that.
He doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No, well, then you're smarter than that. Just because he says he does doesn't mean he does. Who's going to be the?
You don't think that left tackle spot is wide open? Whoa.
No,
you don't think the left tackle spot's wide open?
Yes, it's wide open, and I'm a candidate. But
who's winning it?
The guy who played last year.
I don't know if I feel that confident in Rasheed Walker's chances.
I think you might be right, but you know how they want to play first-round picks.
They want to play first-round picks, exactly.
Fine. Who's going to take? Who are you picking ahead of?
Jordan Morgan.
Got 0% chance. 0. Next.
Oh God.
He's a first-round pick.
Dude.
Come on.
I don't care if he's the first pick in the draft. You know enough about him to know he's not going to win the job.
Homer, listen, here's what I think. I think Rasheed Walker will win the battle, but it is not 0. And will you walk from your house in Milwaukee to Sheboygan if Jordan Morgan is the starting left tackle versus the Detroit Lions?
No, I won't. All right, so I'll give it 5%.
You just said 0.
I know, I've changed.
Okay,
you convinced me. I don't want to walk. I have to get 5%.
Oh, that's a nice walk. You get up 43 there. They got nice trails.
No. I'm a different guy.
Bike?
I drive a
Will
Lincoln
you bike?
now. I just brought a Lincoln.
What if you bike?
You drive a Lincoln?
Guy?
Like one of those big bolt Lincolns?
You got one of those big town cars.
2012 Lincoln. It's not a big boat. That's what was important to me.
How many miles?
Yeah.
How many miles you got on
76,000.
That's not enough.
Sweet.
You're a 200K guy, aren't you?
No.
Some old lady
really
drive
rich.
it only to the grocery store and back?
Somebody really rich had it, never drove it, and a friend of mine said, Homer, you need this car. And I listened to him, and I bought it. Yep, driving it right now, pulling it in. I got a meeting at 11, so how much time do I got left?
Does it have push start, or is it an old school you got to put the key in?
Oh, no, it's got everything. Everything. And it's 2012. Yeah, I don't even know how to drive it.
Well,
too complicated.
That's probably true of a lot of vehicles.
Can't wait to see a parallel park that bad boy.
So
Homer, I got to ask you because
I will
your
never
tweet.
Parallel park.
What do you mean you'll never parallel park?
I'm not going to take the
Everybody's
risk.
going to parallel park.
No, I
What do
don't.
you mean you're not?
I'll just park further away.
Heck,
I'm already working
All
on
right, Homer, have you? You threw a tweet out that you took a lot of shrapnel on social media.
This stuff about Zach Tom is garbage too.
That I agree with you on. I agree with you on the Zach Tom part. The Rasheed Walker 0%. That's crazy talk. But Jackson Churio being traded is crazy talk. You took shrapnel on shrapnel. Do you stand by what you said that they should trade him yesterday?
No, that's not what I said. The people that want to argue didn't ever listen to what I said with John Anderson, and so all I learned about is that people don't care. I don't have to repeat it. Yes, there is this is exactly, everybody who made fun of me, was it a year ago when I told you better go see Giannis, because this could be his last year. Now, no one ever brings it up now. Anybody who listens to me is like, well, I hope he stays, but apparently now we have meetings. No one denies that it's serious now. Who was the first one to say that? Fine. Jackson Churio has a significant batting issue.
Actually.
What?
First one.
What?
Brian Windhorst is the first one.
No, those guys were all saying it for 5 years. I said nothing until a year ago. Now it's different.
I'm Team Homer on
Homer's
all this.
always says he'd rather be first than wrong, and Windy was first, and he was wrong for 4 years.
I never said that. You just made that up.
No, you
Also
want to
fair.
be first. Do you not want to be first?
Yes, but I want to be right. First and wrong is a waste. Doesn't matter if you're first, second, or fifth. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Now, the issue with Churio, and I waited until a third into the season, is that his inability to draw a walk is historically pathetic, the level of which should be concerned. It must be resolved. It's okay to only have a few walks, but if you have as few as he's had over the third of this season, it will eliminate any chance of greatness. Now, my hope is that he gets better over the course of this season, and he's young, and all of that could take place. But what I wanted, and has occurred, everybody more than anything else, nothing matters about Jackson Churio except his number of walks, and that it increased significantly from what it was for the first third of the season. And actually, he's had 2 this week, so there should be a parade down Wisconsin Avenue in Milwaukee, because that's a great sign.
So you don't want him traded, just for the record. You don't want him traded, and I know we got to let you go.
No,
but
here's what, and John Anderson said, don't do anything for 3 years, fine. if there was another young player, talented like he is, okay, there is a group of these young guys, if the Brewers thought it, and I would agree because they're very smart, of trading him for another young great player because of this concern, I'm okay with it. But to trade him for a bum, no. But my point is, other than people thinking I'm an idiot and should be shot and killed, I mean, it's amazing how mean they are on Twitter. But as long
I'm trying to tell you that for a while.
As long as people start watching how many walks he has, then I'm fine. Because that is not a little concern. It is a significant concern. And the amazing part is all the people who commented on me, not one of them actually looked at that. It's like, no, Homer's old and he's... That's fine. Long as people start watching how many walks he draws, and it doesn't mean he has to get 100, but he can't be where he is now because no one in the history of baseball has ever been great as we hope he will be with that few a number of walks. Bye.
There you go.
That is Steve the Homer True, new owner of a 2012 Lincoln with 76,000 miles. I was hoping he would tell us how much he paid for gas at Quick Trip today, but that is not what he had to say. You'll tell us about Quick Trip a little bit later. We will wrap up the 10 o'clock hour, even though it's 11:02, in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Your state, your... This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. The 2015 Wisconsin men's hoops team gave us all a march to remember.
There will be no undefeated champion on Wisconsin with an unbelievable stretch drive to the championship game.
On June 26th, enjoy an intimate celebration with the stars of the run with Made 'em Believe. Presented by M3 Insurance, world-class expertise and individual attention. Tickets are on sale now at uwhoops2015.com. Made 'em Believe, June 26th at the Orpheum Theater in Madison.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, old T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, I mean, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Forget average. At Exterior Pros, they bring the heat. They're not here to meet standards, they're here to smash them. From the first swing of the hammer to the final reveal, they're leveling up your home with every window, every shingle, and every single detail. This isn't just a remodel, it's a glow up for your house. Built tough, built beautiful, built to turn heads. Want in? Let's go. Lock in your project now and save $3,000. Exterior Pros, where bold meets built. Trust the pros and visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274.
Brewers fans, this is your chance for you and your crew to cheer on our crew while they're on the road this summer. Visit brewers.com/ExploreMN to enter for your chance to win Game Day Getaway Sweepstakes. Presented by Explore Minnesota. One lucky winner will receive 4 tickets to the games on July 21st and 22nd in Minneapolis, 2 nights of hotel accommodations, and a $1,500 Visa gift card. Don't wait, the sweepstakes ends May 29th. No purchase necessary. See brewers.com/ExploreMN for official rules.
Buying a new roof might not be the most exciting thing you'll do this year, but for us at Big Fish Contracting, being chosen to do that roof for you not only provides income for multiple families in southeastern Wisconsin, but has a global reach and impact around the world. To us, it's more than just a roof. We've been earning trust for over 2 decades, roofing, siding, windows, and more. Go to bigfishcontracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry.
Slide into your neighborhood Century Food Store to score the freshest produce, tastiest treats, and everything in between. Now through Wednesday's Save On, 4.75 to 16-ounce selected varieties Frito-Lay Lay's, Kettle Chips, or Red Gold Pretzels, 2 for $5. 8 to 16-ounce selected varieties Old Dutch Tortilla, Potato, or Kettle Chips, or Salsa, 2 for $5.50. 2.37 to 3.5-ounce selected varieties McCormick Grill Made Spices, 2 for $4. 14-ounce or 6-count selected varieties Häagen-Dazs Ice Cream or Bars, $3.99.
Ooh, pineapple fulfills every need.
need?
While you're shopping, a drive way back, it's a gunner.
There's something goofy going on with the PA.
Need a price check and I'll take me out to the ball game.
See, what is going on?
You're hearing things. We're at Century Foods, and you can't take your mind off winning that ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes.
I'm hoping to throw out the first pitch at a Milwaukee baseball game.
Or attend batting practice.
Or hold the finish line ribbon for the racing sausages.
You don't say.
The ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes at Century Foods. Enter on Century's Facebook or Instagram by July 30th.
Steinhaufel's biggest Memorial Day sale ever is happening now. Save 10% off store-wide and get $50 instant cash back for every $499 you spend. Plus, buy a premium mattress and get free premium delivery on everything. And take advantage of Steinhaufel's 60-month 0% financing. Plus, get amazing doorbusters. Steinhaufel's is Wisconsin's furniture and mattress leader. Shop in-store or online at steinhaufels.com.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Jim in the YouTube comments, Ben Johnson is going to be judged on Caleb's progress. You're 1,000% right. He has been hired to make Caleb Williams a great quarterback. That is why he's there.
I would argue with Jim that Caleb Williams is going to be judged on his production more than Ben Johnson will. I would argue that.
Well, I mean, Caleb Williams will be a failure if he's not productive, obviously. He'll be just the latest in a long line of quarterback disappointments for the Bears.
Ben Johnson's got pelts on the wall. Ben Johnson will have time. He signed a big boy deal. Ben Johnson wants this to work with Caleb Williams. He will get an opportunity without Caleb Williams if Caleb Williams ain't the guy. Caleb Williams will not.
Okay. We can disagree on that. What we can agree on is your love of Coors Light.
Oh, and a beautiful Memorial Day weekend. Kids don't have school.
Was over.
We don't know if they're going to be going back. Coors Light brewed with that 3-step cold process, cold lager, cold filtered, and it is cold packaged, so it is made to chill. Weather's warming up, and that's when you got to make sure your Coors Light's cold activated bottles and cans are chilled to perfection. Make sure those mountains are baby blue. That's what my Coors Light will have. Celebrate responsibly, Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
The 11 o'clock hour starts in 2 minutes, so stick around. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Highlight your long weekend when the Brewers kick off a 3-game series against the Red Sox on Memorial Day, featuring the best way to start summer, Dollar Hot Dog Day. Keep the summer vibes going into the week as kids and seniors can get 50% off select tickets at the game on Wednesday, May 28th. What's better than a long weekend? Brewers baseball and dollar hot dogs. Find your seats today at brewers.com.
Mark Tauscher here, and these days I am sleeping better than ever. I am so thankful I met with the great team at Advent to help solve my sleeping problems. The Advent team is so great to work with, and their consultations are very informative. The Advent team listened to my struggles, and rather than forcing a surgery, they helped me find the best solution for a better night's sleep. My family and I are so thankful the solutions from Advent worked. To see how they can help you with snoring, sleep apnea, and nasal breathing problems, go to adventknows.com, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
At Potawatomi, where ways to win are endless, another chance to capture epic cash and prizes comes Friday, June 27th. It's the season finale blockbuster drawings. Watch your entries from Enchanted Spins, Unreal Treasures, and Boundless Bounty come together for drawings where $300,000 in cash and prizes is there for the taking. Be there to win your share. June 27th only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 years old to play.
Tournament host Steve Stricker joins a star-studded group of PGA Tour champions at the American Family Insurance Championship. Catch the action June 6th through the 8th with an exciting team competition and a new tournament home at TPC, Wisconsin. This year's AmFam Champ concert features Megan Maroney with special guest Clint Black on Friday, June 6th at Breese Stevens Field. All proceeds support the Steve Stricker American Family Insurance Foundation and American Family Children's Hospital. Get your tickets today at amfamchampionship.com.
You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. We'll play trivia coming up next, so you'll have your chance to add poker chips to the cheese fry helmet in hopes of winning this week's Vortex Golf prize pack, which includes not only the swag bag, but most importantly, the range finder from Vortex Golf. I'm going to put this poll in the field, and then we can see how it turns out when we return to the airwaves on Tuesday after the Memorial Day weekend. Just like our kids will return to school, we'll return to work, even though we'd like to have the summer off. But I wanted to get to this because I did not attend the game. I attended the festivities outside of Lambeau Field the last time this happened for college game day.
You got VIP access, so you were able to do that.
It was great. The girls got to meet Allie Raceman, the Olympic gold medal gymnast. She was there. Aaron Rodgers was there. And the Badgers were there facing the LSU Tigers. And now, Tausch, the Badgers are returning to Lambeau Field. Now, they were supposed to play this game in 2020, correct? If I remember correctly?
Yes, this was originally scheduled in the COVID season of 2020, which was altered many times.
That year didn't count.
Yeah, nothing that year counted. Yeah.
Nothing counted except for that great game that Graham Mertz had.
That did count,
that
yes.
didn't count either.
No,
that also didn't.
We will always remember that game.
The Fighting Irish, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, will kick off the 2026 college football season at Lambeau Field against your Wisconsin Badgers on the Sunday of Labor Day weekend. After the kids have been in school for a few days.
There you go. That's predictable.
Here, before we get the analysis, before we dial them up on the phone and call Badger radio analyst Mark Tauscher to join the program, are we going to do that? Are we doing that here?
No, not today. We'll do that later.
Yeah, we'll save it. We don't want to bother him too much during the offseason.
Good. Good.
Jocko.
Yes, thank you, Jocko. We did hear from Matt LePay, who some are saying is not as good as the WBA award-winning play-by-play announcer that picked up his hardware last time he was at the awards ceremony.
John Audius?
You did not win. You just took Jen Gabe and Chewy's award.
I won Jen Gabe and Chewy's award here. That's what I claimed. Yeah, John Audius was the play-by-play broadcaster responsible for winning Best Large Market Play-by-Play this year for Wisconsin Volleyball here on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
Congratulations to John. He did not join the jump around with Jim Rutledge and Pablo Iglesias yesterday, though. Matt LePay did. Here's what Matt LePay, Jesse's the father that Matt never wanted to be to Jesse, said about this matchup for the 2026 season.
In a perfect world with college football, maybe you play at South Bend one year, and then you play at Camp Randall the next. But if you can't do that, where else would you rather be than Lambeau Field for this? And anybody who was there for the 2016 game against LSU, it was electric. And it'll be every bit of that, if not more, because the fan base it's technically a home game for Notre Dame, but there's going to be thousands of Notre Dame fans, thousands and thousands of Wisconsin fans, and when you get that kind of mix at a place like Lambeau Field, it's going to be electric is an understatement. It just should be a spectacular night in Green Bay.
God, he's got such a great voice. Tausch, I assume you agree with your partner's assessment of this.
Yeah, I think one of the surprises that I had in doing the job with Matt has been that game up at Lambeau. And I thought it was going to be just a monster celebration for the University of Wisconsin because we had not played up there in forever. I thought it would be green and gold everywhere. And I remember going up there a day early, and I just remember seeing all this purple and gold. And it was a big-time bowl game. That's what it reminded me of. And you looked at the stadium, and yes, there was more red and white, but not by a lot because LSU made the pilgrimage. They, obviously, a big-time SEC program. Their fans embraced it, and as Matt just said there on the jump around, I think you obviously love home and aways. Like, we'll be going down to Alabama. They came up by us. I think those are fun for the businesses and the hotels in Madison, but, our fans and season ticket holders. But I think anytime you can create a unique experience and something that is even more memorable, that's what this does. You talk to guys that played. That game will be one that, the Vince Beagles, the guys that, especially the in-state guys that get a chance to go play up there, it's really special, and it's really cool. The part that I thought was really cool, that was great. But how big it was for LSU and its fans and its players, and then the game was really good. It was entertaining. All of that sets up beautifully for what will be the marquee game that weekend up at Lambeau, where I would bet that Notre Dame, there's going to be a lot of green, gold, I don't know what they're called. They have so many different jerseys now.
Navy.
You're going to see a 50-50 split, and I just hope the game lives up to that billing because it's awesome that everybody involved has agreed to do this. And even though I know we were down in Soldiers Field, I don't know how many years ago that was now, I would love to go down and watch a Badger game at Notre Dame, and I know our fans would love to do that too. This is really going to be a cool, fun experience for fans, university, and obviously the players.
So this is also what I would argue. Your point about LSU, I would argue this is why I feel like the draft was falsely advertised. I mean, it was a great thing at Lambeau Field. I'm not saying it wasn't, but I will continue to pound down the fact that this is about going to a football game. The pilgrimage is to see a game being played at Lambeau Field. That's why those LSU fans were there. That's why visiting fans pay through the nose on the secondary market to come to Lambeau Field. That's why there'll be tons and tons, obviously it's their home game, of Notre Dame fans at this game because it's great to sit in the Stadium Bowl in April and watch names be read, but it's about being at a game, man. We're talking about a game, not a draft, a game, right? I mean, that's what the pilgrimage is for, and I agree with you. I remember seeing all kinds of purple and yellow throughout town that weekend, and there were lots of people that traveled from Baton Rouge for that game. I just didn't think that for the draft, lots of people wanted to come just to see the names read. You want to come and see a game at Lambeau Field. That is a different experience than just walking through on a tour or being there for the draft.
No doubt, but I think a lot of times you just want to experience it. And everybody would love to be up there for the opener against Detroit. A playoff game. Lambeau Field is special. It is the most special outdoor stadium that I think you could ever get. And I think Notre Dame fans feel the same way about their place when it comes to college football. So it's just it's going to be it is going to be electric. I think it's going to be electric on electric. I cannot wait for that. And the fact that it's going to be a standalone Sunday game is even a little extra juice, a little extra ice cream on that ice cream cake.
Is there a question I can ask that I don't know if it's the elephant in the room or not? Will it be as electric if Wisconsin has another 5-7 season this year?
Yeah. Yep. Because you know what, Jesse? In today's landscape, every year's its own year. You would have been doing Bloomington talk last year, and you'd have been saying, "Oh, this isn't that great. We're not very good. I got a new coach. We haven't won anything." The next thing you know, they're in the CFP. So I get what you're saying, and I think it's a fair question, but this is no longer the you need 10 years to build things or whatnot. It is things change quickly. And the experience, when you factor everything in, hope springs eternal every college football season. And especially with that transfer portal and the ability to bring guys in, things change real quick. And it's now more NFL-ish than it's ever been.
All right, we need to play some trivia. Our last trivia round of the week. Oh, no, I know exactly what this is going to be.
I am not reading any of these questions today.
Yes, you are.
Jesse?
It's been a while.
It's been a while since we played Pirate Trivia.
Yeah. Going into Memorial Day weekend, who could ask for anything better than Pirate Trivia? Vortex doesn't know what they signed up for with this one.
All right, so we're going to play Pirate Trivia. The Pittsburgh Pirates, you've asked for this, Jesse, so I don't want to hear you complaining. The Pittsburgh Pirates have lost 34 games this season.
They're bad.
So we will take caller 34.
Giannis.
Caller 34 for Wilde and Tausch Trivia for your chance to have a chance to win a Vortex Golf rangefinder and the accompanying swag bag. Caller 34 844-770-3776 844-770-3776. We will play after Tausch tells us about American Family Insurance.
American Family Insurance, a proud sponsor partner of Wilde and Tausch, and for almost 100 years they have been committed to making life better with the right home and auto protection, all so that you are free to enjoy your dreams. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly with American Family Insurance. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com.
Trivia's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. The 2015 Wisconsin men's hoops team gave us all a march to remember.
There will be no undefeated champion on Wisconsin with an unbelievable stretch drive to the championship game.
On June 26th, enjoy an intimate celebration with the stars of the run with Made 'em Believe. Presented by M3 Insurance. World-class expertise and individual attention. Tickets are on sale now at uwhoops2015.com. Made 'em Believe. June 26th at the Orpheum Theater in Madison.
Your Pella experience starts with a free in-home consultation.
It was a really comfortable kitchen table chat. We knew Pella was going to get it right the first time, and they designed a project with us. They didn't just replace our windows and doors.
There are so many options that are available, so it was nice to have someone narrow those down, and they made sure that the design was what we wanted.
Don't wait. Get 0% financing for up to 6 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 5/31/2025.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tausch here. People ask me, old T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, I mean, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Joe Fortenbaugh.
Brunson is now in that spotlight where when he has his big moments late, it's going to be a lot of glory talk the next day.
Yeah.
Is he the greatest Knick of all time? Where does he rank in the pantheon of current NBA players? Mm-hmm. Is he first team All-NBA? Like, you get all those conversations bestowed upon you when you demonstrate the greatness that he has demonstrated throughout the playoffs. However, there's an ugly dark side to the playoffs as well, which is when you're in that standalone game with the world watching and you have a bad performance relative in terms of turnovers, because he still went for 40 plus.
Right.
They're not even in overtime if it's not for him. People are going to nitpick that, and whether you think it's fair or not, that's the price of being the marquee guy on the marquee team. And in the biggest spot on the biggest stage in game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals, it was Halliburton, not Brunson, who imposed his will upon the other team in a victory.
Something amazing is happening. Technology is working harder, faster, and more reliably. It's delivering results that work. But who makes technology work? CDW. We're a full-service technology solutions provider, advising our clients and designing customized solutions so they can reach their goals and do amazing things. CDW. Make amazing happen. Find out more at CDW.com.
Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price, you want the lowest price. And with our lowest price guarantee, you can count on us for competitive prices on all your home improvement projects. If you find a qualifying lower price somewhere else on the same item, we'll match it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Price match applies to same item, current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
Who's looking for a better deal? Well, Cousin Sub's $10 meal deals just got better. Available online only. Order your 7.5-inch meal deal today and upgrade it with a large fountain beverage, large fry, regular shake, or regular Wisconsin cheese curds. Prices vary by item from $1 to $2 a piece. Make it better and make it your own way. Now that's a better deal. For further details or to order, go to cousinsubs.com or on the mobile app. Cousin Subs. We believe in better. Available online at participating locations only. Offer subject to change without notice.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
It is time.
I have to admit, I dread when the Brewers are playing the Pirates. I know my Pirate voice has gotten worse over the years. I don't know what accent's going to come out. I don't know where this is going.
It's going to go poorly, and that's what makes it great.
I know.
Time for trivia.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is brought to you by Vortex Golf. Rangefinders you can bet on.
The category is Pirate Trivia. Hey, the good news is we've got a top flight contestant to help you through this, old boy.
Yeah. We got an old veteran.
He is a veteran
of trivia.
He is Sparky in Sussex. Sparky, good morning. How are you?
I am doing well. Thanks for the kiss of death, Jason. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for. Jesse's here, I assume, to tell you a pirate joke before we get started.
Ahoy there, Sparky. How ye be?
I'm doing well, Jesse. How are you?
The Yule-log be burning, the sails be hoisted, and I have a question for you before we play trivia, if you don't mind. Since we were talking about the school year earlier today, what grades are pirates most proud their children get in school?
I know this one.
I have no idea.
I think it's a rerun, actually.
High C's.
High C's.
Yeah.
Shiver me
now we're recycling. We're recycling.
Can we not get some original?
I'll have a new one.
Can we not get some original stuff? That opening joke was an F. But that's just
not everyone listens every day.
I am very nervous here, Sparky, so I'm going to give you my pirate. I don't know where it's going to go. I'm pretty sure it'll be Jamaican.
Everybody sit back and enjoy Tausch's Pirate Leprechaun.
Ahoy, mateys! The traditional pirate flag is a black background featuring a white skull and crossbones. It is known by which of these names? Is it a Jolly Roger? Is it a Bucko Bruce? Or is it a Happy Gilmore?
Well, the only thing I could really understand was the Jolly Roger, and I know that's
Thank God. Thank you, Sparky. Because there's nothing more. Like, if I was calling in and I wanted to annoy me, I would say I couldn't understand it, read it again. And I appreciate you, Spark, for not making me do that.
How kind was that?
It turned Italian now. Why'd you go? That's
why the spicy meatball.
It's in a Bucko Bruce.
Guys, can I give you a pirate joke?
It can't be any worse than Jesse's rerun.
Well, let's see. What do you call a stupid pirate?
I don't know, Sparky. What is
a dumb arse?
The pillage idiot.
That's not bad.
Pillaging and plundering. Yeah, pillage much better than Jesse's.
That'd be a good one.
Yar, that was a low bar. All right. Question 2, Sparky, in my best Gaelic accent. Yar! What be the jersey number retired by the Pittsburgh Pirates franchise in 1973, worn by the legendary outfielder Roberto, or Roberton in this
it'd be a typo.
Clemente. What was Roberto Clemente's jersey number? Was it 7, 21, or 42?
Well, it's funny. I actually had his last card that was put out just after he passed away. It was number 21.
2 for 2. Good start. As much as I would love for the Irish-Italian pirate to return for question 3.
You don't want to do another one, old T.
No, one and done for this pirate.
We turn it over to the guy who swabs the poop deck for us, Pirate Jesse.
Ahoy, Sparky! What be the name of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers mascot who has cheered on the Scallywags since the year 2000? Is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers mascot Captain Fear, Redbeard, or Arnie?
What was the second one?
I will give them all to you again because this is fun. Was it Captain Fear, Redbeard, not Redbird, that'd be something else, or Arnie?
Total guess, Redbeard.
Or Redbird, we'd accept either one.
They'd both be wrong.
Because they'd both be wrong.
Captain Fear. What a lame name.
Not as lame as Arnie for a pirate. felt like we could eliminate that one right away.
Sparky, I do have one more question for you, if you don't mind, before you go.
Yeah, here comes the pillaging idiot.
This is some new material. Hey, Sparky, why were the kids so restless in pirate class?
They were all sugared up.
No, that's not the answer, of course.
Not a good effort, though.
Because they were in school past Memorial Day. No, that's not it either. Because they were overboard.
That's not bad.
Thank you.
All right, Sparky, you got 2 out of 3. That gives you 3 of the possible 4 entries into the drawing, which is coming up forthwith, right after the next commercial break. We appreciate you, buddy. Thanks for playing. Thanks for being a good sport.
Thank you, guys. Have a great weekend.
Yarr, indeed.
Tony the Tiger. He's got Tony the Tiger, the pirate. Maybe I should do that next.
It can't be worse. And it can't get any better than your latest trip to Quick Trip.
Yep, and life is busy. You got Memorial Day weekend coming up, and Quick Trip gets it. Whether you're craving that fresh coffee that I love, a tasty bakery treat, grab-and-go meal, Quick Trip is your go-to. Quick Trip has a variety of apps and meals, and they're ready when you are. You want to make your next meal a little less ordinary? Well, head over to Quick Trip, where they're serving up their legendary No Ordinary Chicken. Juicy chicken tenders or boneless wings that are hand-breaded, fried to perfection, and ready to go. Go or grab Quick Trip's crispy chicken sandwich, perfect for a quick bite. Plus, you got the 8-piece fried chicken meal that feeds the whole crew. The legend on your plate, flavor that rules the roost. But you know what? That's not the only deal going on. Kitchen Cravings, 5-ounce sirloin beef steaks, 2 for $4, perfect for the grill. Nature's Touch American cheese singles, if you're making burgers, that's $1.99. Nature's Touch milk is also just $1.99 a gallon. Fuel your day with quality taste. Quick Trip is your one-stop for variety, quality, and fast service. Gas and free air for your tires. Clean bathrooms, ATMs, Quick Trip has you covered. Download the Quick Rewards app. Take advantage of everything Quick Trip has to offer. Quick rewards on every visit. Plus, you can order ahead for pickup or curbside delivery. Quick Trip. We'll see you next time.
Whoa, Nelly is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet and Sun.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Becoming a truck driver doesn't have to be complicated. At Schneider, we make it easy to get your commercial driver's license and start your new career. With our CDL apprenticeship training, you'll get paid to become a truck driver in just 5 to 6 weeks and have a Schneider driving job waiting for you when you've completed the program. Plus, during training, Schneider will provide transportation, lodging, and meals at no cost to you. Ready to get your career on the road? Learn more and apply today at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Highlight your long weekend when the Brewers kick off a 3-game series against the Red Sox on Memorial Day, featuring the best way to start summer, Dollar Hot Dog Day. Keep the summer vibes going into the week as kids and seniors can get 50% off select tickets at the game on Wednesday, May 28th. What's better than a long weekend? Brewers baseball and dollar hot dogs. Find your seats today at Brewers.com.
Carbless ready-to-drink cocktails are here for your flawless summer. Hey, it's Brad Nortman. Drinking Carbless and watching the crew is already a win, but now that combination is about to get a whole lot better. Carbless is offering you a sweet night at the ballpark. Your chance to win 14 tickets with food and drinks included to the July 26th game is just one shopping trip away. From now until the end of May, head to your local retailer and scan the QR code to register for your chance to win this amazing prize. A flawless summer night at the ballpark awaits.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion, or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
Get the last roof you'll ever need with steel roofing from Menards. Steel roofing is durable, offering your home the best protection from wind, hail, and fire. Choose from 29 stylish colors that not only enhance the appearance of your home, but will reduce cooling costs and keep your home more comfortable all summer long. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for more great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
I'm Monica Kessler.
Monica makes sure that everything at Kessler's is worthy of a lifetime warranty.
The quality of your ring is incredibly important when it comes to diamond setting, ring sizing, and repairs.
Monica has been part of Kessler's since she was 6 years old.
Let me tell you how to judge the quality of the jewelry you're buying.
It's easier than you think.
All you have to do is read the warranty.
Most stores offer a 5-year warranty, but Kessler's offers a lifetime warranty, the strongest in the world.
We can do it because we put more gold in your jewelry.
When a jeweler wants to make a bigger profit, they put less gold into the jewelry. This makes it thinner and easier to break.
Theirs might look like ours at first glance, but Kessler's jewelry is made not to break, and that takes more gold.
We give you a lifetime warranty because our jewelry is made to last forever, just like your love.
Gold is more than $2,000 an ounce.
Kessler's gives you more gold, a lot more gold.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, go to KesslersDiamonds.com.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. Visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
The poll is almost in the field, so we can revisit it on Tuesday. In the meantime, Jesse's got to pull a winner for the Vortex Golf rangefinder and then play Wonelli.
A lot of chips in the cheese fry helmet again this week. A lot of chips, a lot of veteran
Tuesday. I think
contestants.
Tuesday's going to be a winner this week.
Mike, JC, Tucker, Jeff, and, of course, Sparky, today's contestant. Everybody's got a fair shot at it this week. Rummaging, selecting.
What, some weeks they're not fair, or what?
Mm-hmm. This is crazy. I think this is the third week in a row the person with the fewest chips in the helmet has been drawn as the winner.
The Dallas Mavericks.
Tucker in Wausau, who only got one question right in Geography Thursday yesterday. One is all you need. He got it.
Atta baby, Tucker.
It's a nice win.
Congratulations, Tucker.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a good win for him.
That's a fun trend that we've had here now. 3 weeks in a row, I think that is. The lowest chips in the helmet has been drawn as the winner, defying the odds, like the Dallas Mavericks.
Well, let's see if you defy the odds and make Wonelli worthwhile.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa, Nelly!
On Wilde and Tausch.
I might be one of the only people in America disappointed by the news from the college football FBS commissioners and Notre Dame, who voted unanimously yesterday to change the seeding format for the 12-team college football playoff. Remember last year, all the controversy with Boise State, Arizona State earning first-round byes as conference winners of conference championship games. And even though they were two of the last teams or the lowest ranked teams in the field because they were conference champions, they were moved on to the final 8 of the college football playoff. That will not be the case anymore. The commissioners voting unanimously to change the seeding to a straight 12-team seeding format. I think this stinks because I think it de-emphasizes the value of the conference championship games because there was still drama involved with those last year with Oregon, Penn State, and Arizona
just
State.
Wait a second. You still get in the tournament if you win your conference.
Right, but so Texas and Georgia played in the SEC championship game last year. Winner got a first-round bye. Loser had to play an extra game. Texas lost. They were the better ranked team. Georgia won, even though their quarterback got hurt. If we had this format last year, it's very possible, even though Georgia wins that game, that they get the bye, or that Texas gets the bye and Georgia doesn't, or they both would get byes, and then someone else who won a conference championship still has to play in the first round of the playoff. So I think that stinks. But because it's less confusing for fans watching, they've changed it, and I get why they did it. A lot of people are upset about it.
All right, you're probably going to love what I want to do here. You're probably going to love this.
Gee, I wonder what it could be.
I think we want to add drama to this too, right? This has become
entertaining.
We're going to go to 16. We're going to go to 16.
Here it comes.
Television product is great.
Pick your
We're
opponent.
going to go
Here
to
it
16
comes.
teams probably in 2026. So
what's he going to say?
What I want to do is I don't have a problem with the conference champion teams not getting it. If the Big 12, and this is just reality, it isn't as good as the Big 10 and the SEC. It's just not. Week in and week out, it is not. And that has proven its point. And Boise State was a nice story last year. There's a lot of nice stories. I love the fact you win your conference tournament or your conference championship game, you're in the tournament. I like that. That doesn't mean they need to be a 2 or a 3 seed. I want this to go to 16, and I want the pick your opponent. I do. I know I'm starting to feel like I'm becoming a one-trick pony when it comes to
No, Kabir, you're
pick
not.
your opponent. The PYO game. I think PYO is the new thing going. I think it needs to be.
Even though only one league has done it yet, the Professional Women's Hockey League.
I think a PYO, add the PYO instead of all these dumb rankings starting in October. Let's PYO this bad boy as the tournament unfolds, and you say, all right, Texas, you're the 1 seed. You get to pick because there's going to be home field advantage in that first round. You're going to get an opportunity to take, there's going to be 8 teams you get to pick from. Texas will get to say, yeah, you know what? I like Boise State. We want those Boise Broncos to fly over here and play us. That's what I want. I want more PYO.
Not to be confused with BYOB, bring your own bewaredness. I appreciate your commitment to pick your opponent. I do think that to hear Mark Gerald Tauscher say 16 teams in the playoff when you wanted 4? You wanted 4.
4 was
right?
the most, yeah.
That's
Jason,
it's a lot
you
more.
remember when hey, hold up a second because it's fair, but you remember when I made the switch, right?
I do.
When everybody told
yeah,
me
Barry Alvarez and I
when everybody
convinced you.
went to nobody convinced me. The NFL going to 17 games and the players agreeing to it. And all of this, I have, now that I am a media member, not a player.
Mm-hmm. Don't care about player safety.
It's entertained me.
Yeah.
I no longer, if you don't care about it, I don't need to care about it either. And I am always still going to be on the player's side of all of these things, but you have decided, and maybe not in college as much as the pros, you have decided that this is the road you want to go down. Mm-hmm. So now that we're going down this road, I want to go down this road. I want to Autobahn this bad boy, and we're going to entertain on top of entertaining.
This bad boy.
I'm not interested in going 35 in a restricted zone. I am, now that we are going down this road, I want it to be flat roads and open speed limit. Let it rip. Autobahn it, and if you're going to Autobahn it, you might as well PYO it.
Whoa, Nelly! Some new terminology we learn at 11:50 on a Friday. I like that. Last thing for you, the Colorado Rockies, your Colorado Rockies baseball minute. They are officially off to the worst 50-game start in modern live ball Major League Baseball history. That dates back to 1901. The Rockies, after getting swept in 4 games by the Phillies, are 8-42 on the season.
We lost to them, right? Brewers lost
one game.
Right?
One game, yes.
Yeah.
Which is not good.
Boy, I hope that they don't come into AmFam Field and sweep us in mid-July. Because if they do, I might melt down here on the show.
So this is back-to-back years where there have been all-time bad teams in Major League Baseball. The White Sox last year, actually 3 years. The Oakland A's were really bad 2 years ago when they did sweep the Brewers. And then the Rockies this year. We seem to be getting worse and worse and worse. Is it actually good for baseball, Tausch, to have one all-time bad team a year? Does it make it more interesting?
If they decide to make the necessary changes, it is great for the game. If they just sit status quo, it's not. Major League Baseball has a lot of things they need to do differently. ESPN backed out of their contract. I just saw a report that NBC is going to get in at much less money than the last ESPN deal. Every sports rights deal has gone up exponentially in the last 15 years. And now Major League Baseball is struggling to find someone that's going to pay them more than what ESPN paid them 10 years ago. So that's an issue. So I have a solution for that, too. I'm not going to sit here and just complain about the problems and sing. No, it's going to be payrolled up. You're going to have different AFC, NFC, if you're thinking in, I guess you go AL and NL, since they have literally the same concept as football. And it just goes off a payroll. Top 15 teams are in this side. Bottom 15 are in this side. You're in the bottom 15 and your record is the Rockies. Guess what? Nashville is going to be in this other little 16 league that we set up, and there's going to be relegation. We are going to relegate the Rockies. If you're this blanket bad, I don't want you in the major leagues. We'll bring somebody else in. And you know what will happen? Colorado's ownership will say, boy, it's pretty expensive for us to lose Major League Baseball games, and now we're playing in AAA. I maybe want to spend some money and maybe get better so that we're not the laughing stocks of the league. And the threshold will be if you get to 65 wins, you don't get eliminated. You can't be deregulated or whatever that word would be.
Relegated.
Whatever that number needs to be, 65, relegated. That is where I think we need to live here, and that will add another layer of drama, which in the sports world is where we need to be.
There ends Whoa Nelly. We are not going to be picking our opponents anytime soon. We will be picking our Feel Good Fridays, painted by Home and Lindsay Paints. To wrap up the week, next, it's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio. The 2015 Wisconsin men's hoops team gave us all a march to remember.
There will be no undefeated champion on Wisconsin with an unbelievable stretch drive to the championship game.
On June 26th, enjoy an intimate celebration with the stars of the run with Made 'em Believe. Presented by M3 Insurance. World-class expertise and individual attention. Tickets are on sale now at uwhoops2015.com. Made 'em Believe, June 26th at the Orpheum Theater in Madison.
With 18 unforgettable holes on 250 acres of natural private land, The Bog provides the ultimate golf experience. To book your next tee time, call 262-284-7075 or visit golfthebog.com. Enjoy golf. Enjoy The Bog.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman, here to tell you about my friends at Bank 5-9. Everywhere I go throughout the area, I see Bank 5-9, and it's no wonder why. Not only do they have 14 branch locations, but their employees spend nearly 9,000 hours each year volunteering in the communities that they serve. That's on top of the financial support that they provide to several hundred nonprofits right here in southeastern Wisconsin. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check them out today at bank59.com. Member FDIC.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings. Discount liquor. If it's a celebrate or tailgate, when you're gonna recreate upstate. If it's a holiday, birthday, any date, you can save at Discount Liquor.
Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. It's time to stock up for your Memorial Day weekend celebrations. Whether you need a couple of cases, a cold half barrel, a great bottle of wine, your favorite craft beer, or hard-to-find liquor, you'll find it at Discount Liquor, all at the lowest prices in town. Visit us at 51st in Oklahoma and Milwaukee, and on Barstow in Maine in downtown Waukesha. Voted best liquor store in Milwaukee again. Have a happy and safe Memorial Day weekend from all of us at Discount Liquor.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings. Discount Liquor.
Check out all of our weekly specials at discountliquorinc.com.
Hey, want to make your next meal a little less ordinary? Well, head to Quick Trip. Hey, we are so back serving up our legendary No Ordinary Chicken. Yeah, your dinner is hand-breaded, fried to perfection, ready to eat for tonight's dinner. Or you can buy it cold, sealed fresh for tomorrow's lunch. You know, we love to make life easier for you. This isn't just any chicken. It's Quick Trip's No Ordinary Chicken. Stop in your local Quick Trip today and taste the difference.
They say seeing is believing. And when you check out what's waiting for you at American Place Casino, you'll definitely believe you'll love it. From thrilling gaming to top-notch service, we're changing the game. Come play all your favorites like blackjack, craps, roulette, and the latest slots. Catch a game at the sportsbook, enjoy great restaurants, bars, and more. If you're ready for excitement, exceptional service, and an experience you'll never forget, then we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game. Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER. Wherever you are in Wisconsin, there's a free and confidential Aging and Disability Resource Center, ADRC, or Tribal Partner Agency. We're here for older adults, adults with disabilities, and your families. ADRCs are a bridge to support for benefits and financial assistance, transportation, in-home care, and more. Get to know your local ADRC and connect with resources today. Call toll-free 1-844-WIS-ADRC or go to findmyadrc.org. Paid for by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Until justice stands for all, our lawyers will never rest. More at earthjustice.org/neverrest. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Born and raised under the rain and a western wind, felt the weight. Try to live up.
Time for Feel Good Friday, painted by Hallman Lindsay Paints. Tausch, I think you and I are on the same page with this. We tell folks, retired Navy fella understands it. Most of our fans who listen understand it, but when we say sarcastically to each other for menial tasks, thank you for your service, it's because we know that our servicemen and servicewomen are the ones who deserve the real thank you for their service.
No question about it, and I think it's great that we have a day like Memorial Day to understand and to honor the people that have done so much and sacrificed a ton so that knuckleheads like us and other, just people can do and live in a great society. So I think we're all echoing the same thing. It's a great thing to remember, because I think a lot of times people forget about the people that do all the sacrificing to make this place what it is. That is it for us today.
Keep that thought, at least a little while you're enjoying a long weekend, and we will rejoin you on Tuesday next week. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available free on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Mark Tauscher here, and these days I am sleeping better than ever. I am so thankful I met with the great team at Advent to help solve my sleeping problems. The Advent team is so great to work with, and their consultations are very informative. The Advent team listened to my struggles, and rather than forcing a surgery, they helped me find the best solution for a better night's sleep. My family and I are so thankful the solution.
From Studio One on the campus of the worldwide headquarters of ESPN. And from Studio Q in Las Vegas, Nevada, this is Joe and Q on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
Where will KD be playing next season?
I'll tell you right now, man, look at your phone. That number is coming in from the 304. That's not spam. That's Pat Riley on line 1. He's going to end up in Miami. He's going to be a part of that Heat culture. All you have to do is end up in the 304, end up in MIA.
I think it's 305.
Go out there. I think it's 304.
304 says West Virginia, and the 305 is definitely Miami.
That's outstanding.
Well,
That's
then you know
outstanding
what?
to do a whole bit on the 304.
Well, you know what?
He's going to West Virginia, everyone.
Shout out to our guy David, who tweeted at us a picture of Pitbull and said Mr. 304 instead of Mr. 305.
I love it.
You know what's funny about that is Pitbull is one of my favorite artists.
Yeah, he says Mr. 305 all the time.
I know, but he's one of my favorite artists. But 304 just sounded so much smoother. I was one number off.
This is Joe and Q.
Today I got my guy, Mr. 305 in. No, not Pitbull, Jonathan Zaslow. He's in for Joe Fortenbaugh. I'm Q Myers. It's Joe and Q on ESPN Radio on the ESPN app. Zaz, that'll never get old. I still, to this day, cannot believe with as many friends that I have in the 305, Miami, I was sending Kevin Durant to the 304, West Virginia. But it's funny, every time that plays, someone from West Virginia will tweet at us, at your boy Q254, at Zaslow Show, at ESPN Radio, and be like, hey, shout out to West Virginia. Love that you're representing for us.
Okay, so obviously I'm biased. I've lived here in South Florida my entire life, and 305, like that, 305 is a very big deal. It's a very big saying. Right. Everybody knows 305 is a big deal down here in South Florida. I feel like, but I'm not the right person to ask,